Good evening and Merry Christmas to all of our viewers. Tonight is our very first Loaded Mag Watchalong special. Tonight I'm joined with Daz and Martin. We've also got possibly a couple of special guests joining us throughout the night to watch the match as well. We do have someone in the green room. But first of all, lads, Merry Christmas. How was your new Christmas so far?
All good so far, Rich. All good.
Yeah,
all
good. Good with the kids. Drank way too much yesterday. Still suffering. So
that's just every day for you, though, Martin.
I'm on the hard stuff. Yeah, no, I started early because I was in work. I was in work this morning, foolishly. So I wasn't great when I got up. But I'm feeling a lot better now. So I was looking forward to this. Obviously, first one on the channel. We've done a few elsewhere before, but we said we'd do tonight. Because the three of us had nothing else to do. So we were just going to sit and watch this anyway. So we said we may as well watch it together. Was looking forward to it until I seen the team, to be fair.
Yeah, I think we'll get that on straight away. So, team list was announced, and starting 11s, Martin Dubravka in goal, put my teeth in. We've got Emil Kraft, Fabian Schär, Jamal Lascelles, Javier Manquillo, John Joe Shelby, Sean Longstaff, Joe Linton, Ryan Fraser, Alan Sam Maxima, and Callum Wilson. And the bench, which looks a bit depleted, made up of two goalkeepers, Woodman, Gillespie, Hendrick, Murphy, Almiron, Anderson, Gale, and White. So I think the noticeable thing, Daz, that we noticed in chat beforehand, before we went live, that there's no Kieran Clark, no Matt Ritchie, no Isaac Hayden, no Joe Willock, no Carl Darlow on the bench either. Only 8 substitutes as well. So it looks like obviously we knew there's a few injuries already, like obviously Paul Dull, Jamal Lewis. But a depleted bench, a couple of youngsters on there. You never know that Anderson or White might get a chance tonight at some point. But there's a possibility that COVID's hit a few people as well. We don't know. But Daz, what's your thoughts on the starting 11 tonight?
Yeah, I'm actually opposite to you guys here for a change. But yeah, for me, okay, I imagine Willock and is probably a COVID case, and maybe Richie as well, because he'd definitely be on the bench if not starting. So, but I'm actually happy enough with the squad from what we have, because we can't play all those players that we haven't signed yet. So we have to go with what we have, and this is the one last roll of the dice for them to try and prove themselves. Like the likes of Sean Longstaff there, do it tonight, and all is forgiven, or don't, and on your bike. This is a last chance saloon for him, for me. But no, I'm happy enough. It's good that our key players that we have today are back in, like the Shelby and that. But I'm expecting to get something from that. I'm still going to remain positive. I'm the opposite to Martin. I wasn't drinking yesterday, so I'm drinking today. So I'm not going to hold back. I'm still confident we're going to get something from this. I'm either going to be very disappointed or extremely happy.
I'd say it's the first, but anyway.
So, Mark, what did you make of the starting lineup then?
Yeah, no, look, it's not great, is it? Is it COVID? Is it something else? Hard to know. Lascelles, oh man, just as I think you made the point coming on air. Just there, or Richie, you did the Man United's front four versus our back 4/5. Manquillo, okay, is probably the best in there. Schär, if he can turn his game on, can be a player for us. Kraft, depends who turns up. Sean Tashstaff back in the middle with Shelby. It's not great. I'm looking. I hope Fraser has a really good game. He has been doing well for us. And ASM needs to step it up tonight. He really needs to put on a show, and not disappoint. And when he does, hopefully, because I think we can get at their back four. I think we'll have trouble keeping them. But I think their back four do also make mistakes. So I think we will get opportunities. So if he's up there, and ASM can be on his game, just play the right ball, make the sensible passes. But yeah, we'll see. I'm not overly confident. I did say Man United 2-0 earlier on in the week when we were pre-forecasting. I'm going to stick with that. I don't know whether it'll be 1 or 2-0, but we'll see. I just think where we are at the minute, the rut we're in, I don't think we have enough to kind of roll these over. I think it's Richard. You made the point on the show on Friday night. I think it's the games after these we need to start picking up the points. But listen, hey, it's Newcastle United. You never know. You never know.
The roller coaster.
Yeah, we do tend to have the odd occasion where we do get the odd 1-0 against one of the big six at home. So why not can it be tonight against Man United? It's one of those things where a lot of people would turn on and say, is it a free hit? Obviously, I don't think we can really afford any free hits at the minute, sort of thing. But bar a few dubious decisions in the last 3 games we've had, we know we might have got something from games. So what I'm going to do is before we move on to possible formations and the Man United lineup, I'm going to bring our first guest on to our first loaded watch along tonight, and that is David Shepherd. Good evening, David. How are you, mate?
Yes, very good. Thanks.
How are you, lad?
Welcome, Dave.
No worries. Thanks for coming on, mate.
No, thank you. I appreciate that. And I'm just listening in the background of what you're saying, and I was optimistic, but their front 4 against our back 4, I think it could be a long night. But I hope I'm wrong.
So apart from obviously you've said there that their front 4 versus our back 4, what do you make of the rest of the team?
Looking at the whole squad, I think it's as good as he could have picked, isn't it? It's Sean Longstaff's first start, I think, under Howe, so he might be out to show him what he can do. The rest of the side just picks itself, I think, really. Other than that, Almiron could have been in, but then again, you just don't know how fit he is. I'm very pro Elliot Anderson, I have to say. I think I've seen him play in the academy, and I think it wouldn't faze him at all to play in a game like this. And it's a bit like Matthew Longstaff, give him a try. I've seen him a lot of them. Refereed, linesman with him at the academy, and I think the world of him, and rightly so. He's an excellent footballer, and he just needs a chance.
I think one of the things, if you look at the bench, obviously our bench isn't particularly strong tonight. So, if he's looking to roll the dice at some point, either change the game or get us back into it, you've got Hendrick, who's experienced, if we're trying to hold on to something. But if you're looking to change the game, Almiron's obviously the first one that jumps off there at you. Gale, obviously, you might get a goal there. But, apart from that, you're right, David. I think Anderson's one of those people who he can create a chance and stuff. When he came on at Arsenal in the FA Cup at the start of the year in January, He looked pretty decent. And to be fair, I think he was unlucky not to get a start after or get a feature a bit more after that. So I think it's definitely worth a shout that it would be good to see him at some point tonight. Obviously seeing how the game goes at some point. But as I said, it's not a particularly strong bench tonight, unfortunately. So we'll see what happens.
And just on that, Rich, on Anderson, like if he does get a chance tonight to come on at some stage, I hope he takes it, because if he takes it and he does well, he could stay in around the first team and build on what we have going to have coming in. But if he doesn't, I'd say he'd be going out on loan, and that would be no harm for him either to get a move out on loan to get some game time.
I think that's the progression he's going to get. I think it is a loan that kind of he wants in the club one. But courses for courses, he's there. He's available tonight. We're depleted. I would have perhaps started him ahead of Longstaff, but then again, I'm not the manager. So, but I hope he gets on just to show what he can do.
It might be a good injection of pace bringing him and Murphy on at some point if if we are behind and we are down in the second half. And you've probably got no harm in throwing them on,
Sorry, Martin, I've just said, but can you imagine the crowd though if they bring him on, somebody from Whitley Bay? That's going to revitalise the crowd as well to get behind him as well. You just never know. It could be good.
Yeah, exactly. He's a good player. Like I say, I've seen him a few times for the 23s. Watched a lot of the highlights in that this season. He's a great player. Was unfortunate probably not to get on some of the points last season. More than he did. I thought the game he did get on when he had a good half, he played really, really well. He was energetic. So yeah, I think he will. It'd be great to see him get a run. Can he do any worse than Longstaff? Probably not.
No, that's right. Well, that's it. Good.
Yeah.
Just before we got on the possible formations and stuff for tonight, we have got the guest in the green room. I believe he's still in Greece. It's our very good friend.
That's the country, not the play. By the way,
He'd do well in Greece. Actually,
he would do well in
He
Greece.
would, yeah.
He has got a T-bird haircut there.
Where are you? Take you on, Rich.
Yeah, are you filming straight live from the Acropolis, Christopher, or where are you tonight, Annika?
Yeah, it's a little behind me. It's behind me, and I'm trying to hold up my laptop so you can see the Acropolis. Yeah.
Can we have the results of the Greek Greek results for tonight? Ireland do squaw.
I'll have to get that for you.
Did you have a good Christmas, Chris? Anyway.
Yeah. You guys, was yours good? Good Boxing Day.
Yeah, quiet for me, but I think Mark had a bit of a lively one, but that's just normal in his house.
Nice.
So a couple of potential lineups are knocked up. Just going off the sort of formation, the team that's been picked. I brought a look at this one here because obviously we've got no natural left back in the team. So obviously this is one of the things I was looking around. You know, you could look. I look at this as a 4-2-3-1 or a 4-3-3 type thing with Sam Maxwell and Fraser out wide with Longstaff, Shelvey and Jolit in the middle. Obviously, you see the full backs. Who's going to play left back out of the two right backs realistically? So that was one potential option. The other one was, whether you're going to do like a 4-5-1 sort of 5-4-1 sort of thing. And play with wing backs. That was the other possibility, putting Crafton as a centre half. Mankio as like a right wing back. Fraser's played wing back before, move him on the other side because he obviously is left footed. Play with Longstaff, Shelvey in the middle, Joe Litton on the right, Maximum on the left, and then Wilson up front. Daz, what do you make of either of those two formations? Do you think we'll go with anything like that, or just?
I think Richie will go with the 4-2-3-1. But I could see benefiting in going a bit more defensive at the very start. But I think anyhow we'll go more attacking and get at the sure. Look, we've nothing to lose.
Up 4-3-3 does according to here.
That was what I was saying with this one, Mark. With this one here, you could look at it as either a 4-2-3-1 or a 4-3-3 with Joe Litton playing in the middle as well, type thing. I think it's probably going to be something similar to this, but obviously with us not having a natural left back in the team, that was why I also threw up the 4-5.
Yeah, no, it was a good call there, Rich. Yeah, because Fraser would slot in there as well. Yeah.
So I do think it's the 4-2-3-1. Mark, what do you think? Would you agree with that formation or?
Yeah, I think we need to probably just kind of hold ship to begin with. It's going to be, I suppose, for us, it's going to be that change of transition and counter attack. But if we lose the ball, if ASM does what he's been doing the last while, which is lose that ball high up the pitch, if we don't get back into shape, then you look at Man United's front four, with the pace they've got, you're kind of going, that's probably not going to end well if we get caught. So, it goes back to the comments from the shows Friday and stuff, talking about ASM, about making the right decision, releasing the ball, a little bit less selfish, but also that work. He's got to put that work in, covering whichever right back plays on that left. Obviously looks like Manquillo at the moment, and helping track back and give that bit of cover to drop it back either to a 5-4-1 or as you said, a 4-2-3-1. We'll see what happens, but yeah, I think it's probably as best as we got. But it's all about transition for me.
Yeah, I agree. David, what would you make of the formations that I put? Would you agree with either of them, or would you go for something that you fancy yourself?
No, the one you've got on now is I think is the one I would fancy in that position. Joe Linton up against McTominay and Fred. I think he would just totally, utterly boss Fred. If I'm honest with you, the way he's playing at the minute, Fred isn't a good player. I think if Newcastle United can just play the 11 and not Manchester United as such, we do have a chance. We really do. But it just does worry me, their front four against our back four. But it's a question of whatever formation, cut out the individual errors. If we do that and keep solid, we'll have a chance. We do have a chance, like Martin and Daz says, to get something. But It does worry, but that's the team I would pick. What you just put on there, Richie. If I'm honest.
Yeah, Chris, what's your thoughts on the teams that we've had out there? Would you go with a similar sort of formation or one of your own?
Yeah, this is what I would go with. What you got up on the screen. I think it might be more of a sort of a 4-4-2, a classic 4-4-2 with Allison Exman joining up front with Wilson and Longstaff, Shelby, Joe Linton, and Fraser being the midfield four. But this is a good shout.
Cool. Right, what we'll do is we'll briefly touch on the opposition tonight. And this is the Man United start 11. We've got De Gea in goal. Maguire at centre-half. It's obviously they've put this up by squad number for some stupid reason. But if you go through it, they've got Dalot at right-back, Alex Telles at left-back, Varane and Maguire in the centre-back partnership. Looks like you've then got McTominay and Fred in the two double pivot role, and then you've got the forward in front of that. You've got Ronaldo, Rashford, Greenwood, and Fernandes. So, what do you make of their starting lineup, then, Daz?
I'm just going to answer Judy's question first, Rich. I think Chris. She was asking where's Avon. I think Chris was out in the beer the last few days. And I think the technical term for him, he has the shits. So yeah, no sign of Chris tonight. I said I'm not holding back tonight.
No. Well, it's probably a good thing because he's full of it anyway. So
it's fully loaded Daz tonight.
Yeah, fully loaded. Okay, on their lineup, Richie. Don't care about their lineup. All I care about is our lineup. Everyone knows I'm not a big Man United fan. They're for me, they're my Sunderland, Man United. Look at their strong squad, and you see Ronaldo in there. He in the other fixture he did well against us, but we just have to play our own game and try and hopefully get something from it. Not worried about them.
Martin.
That's going to come back to bite Daz, isn't it?
Yep, hopefully.
Yeah. We'll be trimming that cut and putting that up on Twitter later on.
Yeah.
Look, I said before, I think defensively they're quite weak. Look, Maguire is brutal, prone to mistakes, no pace, so he does make mistakes. I thought Delot's been playing okay since he's been back. Fernandes, Pete made a good point on the away days there this week, where he said he felt that Fernandes was probably burned out a bit. But you can just, you're there. And there, speak of the devil, there he is. He rises from the depths.
His new gear.
It is, yeah. You can tell what his birthday present off the missus was. The same as my birthday present a few weeks ago. But Pete, Merry Christmas, mate. Did you have a good one?
Yeah, good. Thank you, lads. How are you all? You all okay?
All right.
All good.
All good, Pete.
Thank you.
Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff.
We're just talking about your point from away days, saying that you think Fernandes is burnt out, mate. Do you want to go over that?
Yeah, I've thought it for quite a while. I think he's played too much football. He hasn't got injured, which is normally sometimes a bad thing, but it probably would be a good thing because it'd give him a bit of a rest. But yeah, he's not playing as well as he would normally, and I think we can exploit that for sure. Look, I'm with Daz. I'm not worried about Man United's team. We know their threats. We know what they're about. I think we can get in and behind them tonight. I think we can attack them, and I really hope we put on a bit of a show. We're not expected to win the game, even at St James's Park. So why not go out there and really take it to Man United and see what happens?
Exactly.
Yeah, totally agree with you, Pete. Just before I go on to predictions before the start of the show, I'd just like to say a big thanks to Dunnell, who became a member for the channel. So much appreciated, Dunnell. Obviously, you've been here pretty much from the start, and it's much appreciated that you decided to take membership. $1.99 for the channel, and you obviously get entered into our exclusive member entry draw for a prize every month. It helps us keep creating the content that we're doing. And also to CFC Florida, who's donated in the super chat. I think that's 2 weeks in a row he's done that. So
Cheers, mate.
much appreciated, mate. Thank you very much. And whilst we're on clapping there, just to let everyone know that at the 67th minute tonight, we will be doing the clap online for Bob Swinny, who unfortunately lost his life the previous home game against Man City. So I will put a picture up during the second half when the 67th minute come up. If you want to take part in the clap while we're on and covering the game, that we much appreciate, just to show our respect to Bob and his family. So, Daz, prediction, mate. What do you think we're going to get out of this game? As we're looking about 5 minutes before kick-off here.
2-1 to us. We're going to concede, but hopefully, miracles do happen. It's Christmas time. We score 2 and we win 2-1, and I'll be very, very happy. That'll make my Christmas.
Mart?
Yeah, I'm going to stick with it. I think as much as I don't want to look at Man United, I think they'll just have a little bit too much for us tonight with their front line. I think if we can go at them, I agree with Pete. Go at them. We're not, as he said, we're not expected to win, even though it's at St James's. So transition well, go at them, get in behind Maguire, cause them problems. He makes a mistake, he could end up with a red or anything, a decent free kick, towards them. But also don't do the same up the other end. Don't give Ronaldo or anybody a chance. So Greenwood to be coming at us. But I think, unfortunately, just a little bit too much for us with the current run we're in. So I'm going to stick with, unfortunately, a 2-0 win to Man United. Sorry, lads.
Pete, your thoughts?
I'm going to stick with my away days prediction. I'm going to go a 2-1 win to Newcastle. I do think that the first goal is crucial. I think we need to score the first goal, as long as it's not in the first 10 minutes, because we know what we're like when we score early on in games.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I look. You guys must be watching it on TV the same as me on Sky. You're looking at the fans. The flags are going. The fans are up for this. The players, they've got no more motivation than these fans. They've turned up watching their team in droves. I don't know if you guys realised that in a lot of the fixtures yesterday, there were empty stadiums. Hardly any fans going.
But
that doesn't happen at Newcastle.
Only game to sell out over the whole weekend.
Yeah.
It says a lot about the Newcastle fan, as per usual, doesn't it? I wanted to just not pass judgment on that. Yes, just in case we see there's quite a few COVID cases come down within our fan base, and that's why. But it looks like once again the Newcastle fans haven't let the team down, and as you just touched on there, Pete, full house again over this time of year, especially with all the COVID stuff going on as well. It's fantastic to see the Gallagher with all the flags waving again. And hopefully the team won't let us down tonight, and thank the fans for all their fantastic effort and turnout tonight. David, what's your prediction for the game tonight, mate?
I think Pete and Daz's positivities just starting to rub off. I think to still, we're going to have to win a game against the so-called top six, I think. And from what the two lads have said there, I'll go against what I said earlier, and I'll go 2-1 as well.
2-1. Okay, so we've got 3 2-1s to Newcastle, a 2-0 to Man United. And Chris, what's your prediction, mate?
Well, I said earlier on the shows that I did with Our Lead, it was going to be 2-2. And then the South African Archbishop Desmond Tutu, unfortunately, passed away. So I'm going to be consistent and stick with my 2-2 prediction and dedicate that to the late Desmond Tutu.
Okay. Myself, I do think we'll get something out of the game. As long as we don't do what we did when we went to Old Trafford, and obviously we've got the Bradford goal over Woodman, who made a couple of mistakes when we're at Old Trafford. Critical times in the game as well. One, obviously, the shot went straight to Ronaldo for the first off the rebound, which he should have done better. The second Ronaldo goal let him go through his legs and stuff. So once again, Britain fortunate with some goalkeeping errors. Hopefully, as we've said, if we've eradicated them, got them all out of the system over the last few weeks and stuff like that, hopefully we'll get something out of the game. I do think there'll be goals in the game. prediction, though. Do you know what? I'm going to be the same as what Daz and Peters and what David is. I was going towards a score draw, but I think, hopefully the team won't let the fans down for turning up night, and I'm going to go for a 2-1 as well. So that's 4 2-1s, a draw, and a loss. So that's not bad.
And Money Martin
of the night. we'll be wondering at the end of which one of us have been having drinks though for having those sort of predictions though, won't we? So right, let's have a look. Teams are getting there, have just walked out, and they're just going to the Newcastle team now. They're putting down as a 4-3-3 with Fraser, Wilson, and Maximum up front. Middle three of Longstaff, Shelby, and Joe Litton. They put Mankiw at left back, which is what we did in our lineup as well. So it is pretty similar to that lineup there. Obviously, they've just put Joe Litton a bit further back as a 3 rather than a 4-2-3-1 sort of thing. So we weren't too far from our predictions there, the lineup. Going through the Man United team now, it's definitely going to be a 4-2-3-1 for that by the looks of it as well, with McTominay and Freddie in there. And they're going 4-2-2-2, as Ralph Rangnick's gone for. So they're going pretty narrow. It's probably going to be more of a free range and role there for. Do you reckon Fernandes will start on the left, or do you reckon that might be more towards Rashford? Do you reckon the lads?
Hard to know. I think they can kind of interchange it. The other thing I was thinking, when the interview and the managers, when Ralph Rangnick comes out, does he just look like someone's dad that plucked out of the stadium, like with a jumper on to go, will you have a chat about Man U? Because like nobody else wants to. It's like he's got like a tatty old jumper on, no Man United paraphernalia on him whatsoever. I kind of glanced up. I was like, oh, they must have just pulled somebody out the stands to have a chat about football. He keeps me. He's odd-looking fella.
Can I just check in that has Kieran joined us? Is that Kieran or Pete? You're just so dark there. I can't see anything.
Yeah, it could be.
You're in the dark there, Pete.
It could be Kieran. Yeah, it could be. Lights are out on Pete already.
He's on mute as well.
There we go.
Ah, there you go.
Up the mags.
He's on mute. You're on mute.
Yeah, my bad. I was. I realised I was being a little bit. The reactions of you guys on my laptop was a little bit slow, so I had to get rid of a few things that were live at the time to speed it up a little bit. So that's why it went dark for a second. But definitely no Kieran here. No Kieran.
I think Kieran's prediction would have been like 5-0 or something to Man United.
Yeah.
Can you guys let me know when kickoff happens, because I'm on a stream, so I'm.
Well, they're just taking the knee. They're just taking the knee now.
Gone again. Yeah, they've had to go
just
back
taking the knee.
it. We're off now.
Okay, yeah.
Man United with a kick off. That Man United attacking the restart again for a false start. But Man United attacking the Gallagher first half. One thing we didn't touch on there, lads, which we touched on over the last few days. What does everyone make about Craig Pawson still being in charge after his VAR debacle of the Man City game?
Yeah, it's a joke, isn't it?
I don't think he should be in charge, mate. He shouldn't have been able to take control of this game, to be fair.
I don't think it's actually fair on him, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's funny we touched on that, and Brett in the chat's brought up any VAR predictions tonight. Well, I suppose one good thing is that Craig Pawson's not on VAR for a start. Is it just a hindrance that he's actually running the game tonight, though? That's the thing. So
no, but your man that was linesman with Mike Dean for the Liverpool game is on VAR tonight.
Okay, I just got the real kickoff now, so I'm about 2 minutes behind.
Yeah, no, 1 minute.
Yeah, we're a minute behind, Chris.
Okay.
I suppose if there is a contentious decision, at least we have Dave Shepherd here to guide us through it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
that'd be right.
That's it. You know, Dave, it's quite weird after that conversation we had live the other week, and you brought that attention. It was about Mike Dean, refereeing to these close locality to Anfield and stuff like that. We did a bit of research on that, and look what happened over the next.
There you go. I told you the brick is useless. Oh, Maguire is.
He's already given us a chance already. Jesus Christ!
You well keep that in.
80 million.
Got to
for
play on him. Not to
numpty.
play on Maguire because Varane's too good. For Maguire's the weak link, totally.
I think the other good thing, Richie, we must give a massive shout out. Being this is kind of like a Christmassy special. The fact that Dave's on, because at least we've done something to get a shepherd on.
Oh,
Definitely not a wise man. I know that.
yeah.
You get that in the crackers.
No, he's just the innkeeper.
Tackle him. On.
I don't know how far I'm behind you, but obviously I think Dallo's just got the ball in the fullback position there, so I think I'm just be about a couple of seconds.
I'm ahead of you, yeah. So Man United with a throw-in. Delop about to take the throw-in on the right-hand side here.
Jolinton down.
Joe Linton's down. J7's down.
I just had the Fraser out of bounds thing.
I think it might be a bit of wind. I think it was
Yeah,
ahead of
Jolinton's
it.
back up.
Turkey.
Yeah.
Few of the predictions in the chat coming through as well. Alan Dar, Dunnell 2, they've got down 2-1 as well in the chat as well to go along with us a lot.
What does the real formation look like to you guys? Look like
It's saying more like a 4-3-3, isn't it? Like a.
Yeah.
It seems like
it definitely started as it looks 4-3-3, Rich.
Yeah.
Yeah, defensively, that you can see that Maximum and Fraser are trying to be a little bit more deeper, so it goes to more like a 4-5-1 in defence, doesn't it? Really, whether we see that a bit more nearer this as the game progresses with Sam Maximan, is he going to be that far back? I don't know, but
Okay, so
Shelby's quite deep as well.
Newcastle.
wing backs who are collapsible.
Yeah, I think he's got the option to go back to a 5 as they come back and transition back, so they can drop back, or he can obviously the two can push further forward to make that a 3, or he could push probably Joe Linton out of that middle 3 and play with a 2 up front, or certainly support Wilson anyway. So Dubravka here with the free kick. John Joe.
got James there commenting saying, looking forward to the new show, great idea. I don't know whether he's on about this one or he's on about the transfer show, which had a fantastic response off last week when Pete did it with and Daz did it with Jordan last week. I think that will be back this week. Am I right in thinking, Pete?
Yeah, sure. Just confirming a day, but 100% it's going to be back. Be a weekly thing all the way through next week and through to January. So, yeah, already looking quite interesting in our discussions for the next show for sure.
Yeah, I think we've had an interesting chat over the last few days as well, and we seem to be able to have. We could put about 3 shows together in one day's worth of chat now in our WhatsApp chat. The minute, couldn't we, lads?
Yeah.
It's great fun, actually. That show.
Story to do was good. I would definitely have him back.
Yeah, Genie and some talk of that today.
Yeah.
So, Daz, I'm just trying to go through the comments here. What do you make of the first 5 minutes?
Not much has happened. A few been backing over. More, nothing really to talk about really, Rich, in the last couple of minutes. Just gonna break some play
in the middle of the park.
Yeah, Man United on the attack, but they're back in the middle of the park again. Let's call it cagey, but it's just the normal start to a game, really.
Yeah, it seems a bit scrappy from both teams at the minute. Would you agree with that, Mart?
Yeah, there's nothing in it really at the minute. It's Bradley get up there. Safe in the hands of the Bradley. Yeah, nothing really in it. I think both teams kind of trying to set into their formations. It's kind of bouncing around the midfield. Nobody's really doing anything majorly damaging so far. Bit of tussling in midfield. Obviously, Shelby giving the free kick away there, but yeah, nothing as yet. Only that one chance for Fraser really coming off that right hand side after Maguire made an error and gave him up the ball. But it does show that there's an opportunity there for us to get. Go on,
ASM.
Hit it.
Yes! Get in there!
Yes!
Get in!
But I'm still behind. So
It's for you, Martin. That is for you.
Back. You just keep the ball ASM and do whatever the fuck you want with it. That's fine.
Lovely finish.
Great finish. It's an absolute great finish.
I actually thought it was going wide when he hit it.
It looked it, didn't it?
Yeah.
I'm so behind. I'm just 6 minutes in right now.
It's a fantastic. It's Sean Longstaff that presses on the ball, isn't it? He wins the ball, takes it forward, and plays out to ASM on the left, who cuts inside, does a little trick on the edge of the box, comes inside and puts it pretty much in the left hand, right hand side of the box.
With the header, Rich, as well.
That's a great finish, guys.
Yeah, he did.
It is, yeah.
We'll see it better from here. Look,
Maguire.
Pissed on.
One thing you said, Pete. Don't. Hopefully, we don't score too early. So
that's what. It's a fantastic finish.
So what we need to do, boys, as a team, if I was Eddie Howe, I'd be saying, go again.
Go at them.
Don't sit back now.
Don't sit back.
Oh, there's a man that
we sit back. We tend to drift back onto our 18-yard box. We need to get at them again.
Yeah. Don't keep that press there because, as you said, Pete, we drop back. We give them room in behind.
Wow.
At least we saw a goal, lads.
That's it.
That's it. Yeah.
So thanks everybody for watching tonight.
Yeah, Mart, your prediction was wrong. So that's you evicted from the studio tonight. There we go. All good, mate. So positive start. Then we've taken the lead within inside the 7th minute. I think one thing we've got to look at really is. Would you agree we need to keep it tight for a little bit just to make sure? Because I know Pete was mentioning there about it was I'm not doubting that. Do you think we need to just make sure we keep it tight, concentrated for a little bit, lads?
Well done, Jason. No, go at them. Go at them. I think Pete's right. Don't let them off the hook.
Well done, Shelby.
Go on. Go again.
He's gone.
That's a ball.
Unlucky.
Brilliant
That's
stuff.
A great
Brilliant
ball.
stuff.
ASM has a
high pressure
on tonight.
Yeah, you can't blame anyone for that. Now that was decent ball in.
Yeah, just a half an inch on that now.
Yeah.
Oh, it was a nice, lovely ball, wasn't it? Just a touch too high for Wilson.
Yeah, it's a ping though.
I thought he might have headed it actually.
That sort of height, wasn't it, David? It was where you could have probably drifted onto it.
Yeah.
Popped a bit too far in front of him, though. I
think he'd be going away from it though if he tried to head that.
I'm probably wrong. I don't think he got it.
Did we score against these early last season? I'm sure we did.
We did, yeah. We scored first within 10 minutes and then
lost 3.
Was that the big own goal?
Got routed, yeah.
Just got to learn from that, lads, haven't we? Really, we've just got to. That's one of our things. We against some of the big guns, we do tend to score too early sometimes, and it's been our Achilles heel, isn't it? Because we have a game plan sort of thing, and it sometimes goes against the game plan, and it catches our lads off guard as well. But I thought Longstaff did well to set up the goal and the build. Obviously, won the header. Obviously, it was Varane who'd actually got the ball, and he pressed him straight away and won the ball off him. And it was a fantastic ball to Sam Maximum, and he does what he does best.
Joe Linton,
great tackle from Joe Linton. Go on, off we go.
Class.
And again, give it a chase.
Go on,
Fraser. Who's in the box?
Interesting stat there, couple of lads. I don't know if anyone wants to touch on that. That's the stat that Man United have won 99 Premier League games out of 363. I think it was when they've conceded first. So they haven't got a good record when conceding first. But let's hope it stays that way. That's a good omen for the rest of the result, anyway.
Yeah. Do you guys, since I'm so far behind, guys, do you think that they'll shift a position, or that the playing with this sort of 3/5 is ideal for playing from ahead and protecting a lead, or sort of do you think that they'll go like a more 4-4-2 now that they're got the early lead?
No, I don't think it's definitely like, I would say
Chase Evans on fire as well.
I would definitely say it's more like it's a 4-5-1 when we're in when they've got the ball, Chris.
What a ball!
And, Fraser and Sam Maximan seem to be put in a bit as well, Chris.
Joe Linton, fucking hell, man!
That's a ping. He is getting better,
and
better.
He's disappointed as well.
He is disappointed. Why wouldn't he be? That's a great job.
Oh yeah, but he's just like a totally different person altogether.
Yeah, it's a different player, isn't he?
Oh. Yeah, he's completely been reborn under Eddie Howe, isn't he? It's amazing what can happen when a manager has total faith and confidence in you. And you can see that in Joe Linton's performance. I think that's not just last couple of games. That's pretty much been since the Brentford game. I would say he's been all over the park, and I think that goal in that game against Brentford has given him that extra bit of confidence as well. And he's going from bigger to better things every game he's playing. And I'm not being funny, lads, and I know some people might agree, some people might not, but he's probably up there with my player of the season for the first half of the season. What do you, lads? Would you have him up there as player of the half season so far?
Joe Linton?
Yeah. Only Wilson, and he's still behind him.
Yeah, and it's only not ASM because he's really kind of been off since his buddy Steve Bruce left.
I see Chris Hall there in the chat as well. So best wishes. Get well soon, Chris.
Yeah.
I'm sure that the viewers will back that up. Get your comments in for Chris Hall.
Yeah, he's in there, sat in the toilet with his laptop.
Yeah, he has just he said there, well, this could be a night of Maxi Pops, or is that Maxi Poos on Chris's behalf there? But he would actually probably be on the show with us tonight if he wasn't actually sitting on the bog at the same time. But get well soon, Chris. If I do see you in the green room, I will not be letting you on tonight because obviously we want to have supporters here through thick and thin, and not glory supporters towards the end.
Yeah,
I would say that Avon Chris can become bog. Avon Chris can become bog standard.
Come on, Mikey.
Yeah.
Well done, man.
Get rid.
Oh.
Hit it.
Fucking hell.
Just
boot the
Shelby,
ball
man.
out.
Just fucking Rosette.
Boot it.
It already feels like the last 5 minutes of the game. We're trying to.
Don't do that.
This always happens when Newcastle scores early. It's like the rest of the game we're like on center hooks, for every advantage.
Ooh, well done.
I forgot what these felt like, guys. I've got to be honest. I really did. I don't know if my heart could take any of these.
We always score early against Man United, even when we lose like 4-1.
Chris, any more comments like that, Neil? I'll be removing you from the stream. Can't have you jinxing it.
Actually, another player to throw in there as well, Rich, is Shelby. And now I know he missed a good bit of the start of the season, but in the last couple of weeks in essence, Eddie Howe came in, he'd be up there with Joe Linton. Both of them are
yeah, I agree. He's had that where
they play on exactly. What? Well done, Pawson. You tart. Get up.
Yeah,
Eddie Howe. Go on, keep going.
Go on.
Oh, lovely, Maxi. Lovely. Oh, unlucky.
He needed Joe Linton to kind of go past him there, I think.
Yeah.
I think he'd kind of burnt the legs there.
So now they're still down.
Yeah, hopefully.
I forgot
He was looking for his foul. To be fair to Nick Boston, he just told him get up and play on.
Oh.
So, Daz, I'll go about that question I asked about 10 minutes ago. So, what do you make of the first 15 minutes of the game now with us being one ahead?
Best 15 minutes of the season so far, Rich. No. Look, we're still at them as well. We're not just sitting back and waiting for them to come at us. If I remember, if I remember when we were at Old Trafford, that's what happened. And they come at half time. They should have scored right before half time, and then they did. So, yeah, happy so far.
Bart, your thoughts?
Yeah, it's been all right. Obviously, look, great finish from St. Maximin. But yeah, overall, Man United haven't really shown anything, but that I don't want to jinx it, so I'll say no more about that. But yeah, I think as long as we don't do anything stupid, like, again, we were talking about when we get the ball at the back four, like we don't have the players to play out. Unfortunately, we don't have footballers at the back four. So I think, Pete made the point there where Shelby got to just hoof the fucking thing up the pitch Like, get rid of it. Don't mess around and give them the opportunity to not get it away.
Well done, Joe.
Lucky there, lad.
Yeah, there's no wrong with putting Rose head or
yeah,
put it in the
absolutely.
pitch so you can basically get your formation sorted out again and stuff like that,
Regroup,
and get your players behind the balls exactly. So should never ever be ashamed to do that. But you're right, we haven't at this moment in time. We haven't got the players to play out from the back. We've probably only got realistically at one, but in Shah. But the thing is, when you have people like Lascelles around and stuff like that, it doesn't really give you extra confidence about that and stuff like that. So, Pete, what have you made of the first 17 or so minutes of the game so far?
Well, I think we did what we were supposed to do from Eddie Howe, and that's press high, create some problems.
Down again, lads. Sorry.
Shit.
Yeah, I think he had a bit of a collision with Rashford, but might be his thigh he's holding. Hopefully, it's nothing. But yeah, Joe Lynch has been fantastic, and we pressed really, really high, and we've created problems. Particularly, I think it was a very strategic move that Fraser was playing on the side of Harry Maguire to really press him, but it was actually Longstaff that pressed and won the ball off Varane, which is not like Varane to do. But that goal from St. Maximin, they're just playing it back again. The cut inside. As soon as he cut inside, I thought, oh no, he's cut into traffic. But he hits the ball early,
just in time. Yeah,
he literally shifts the ball and shoots in one. And that is so hard for a goalkeeper because you're literally stood still. You haven't got any time and space to move, and it's right in the top corner. And I said to you boys, we need to go and press for the second, and we did for 5 minutes, and we've just started to drop off. It's like all of a sudden we've got something to hold, and there's a little bit of panic that's set into some players. We've had those exchanges at the back where we're kind of, we're not clearing our lines when we should be just getting it up. St. Maxi's cut into a little bit of traffic. We just need to be a little bit smarter with the ball and just get it into wide areas, because if we can hit it long and into wide areas, we can push our team up the pitch. So I don't want us to start being negative, because that's going to allow Man United back into the game. And they've not really created anything, let's be honest. It's just kind of a lot of it's just been hit and home. But we need to keep that press up. We should be fitter than them. They've not played for nearly 3 weeks. We should be fitter than them, and we need to make that fitness work.
Make that count.
Yeah. It's an interesting one, that comment that Julie's put on now. Could you have actually imagined that a few months ago? Come on, J7, we need you.
Exactly. Exactly.
It's amazing how things can turn around, isn't it? But he's
there as well, Rich. That Joe Linton was pointing at the runner for Man United. He was like pointing to ASM to get back. That's your side. But he's even dictating everything in the middle of the park. He'll soon be captain, lads.
I was just going to say, future captain. Oh, corner. Tellez with the ball in. That's it. Rose head out.
Long stuff, sorry.
Let's go nowhere. Leave it. Ball goes out. Goal kick.
So, Dave, what's your take on the first 20 minutes then?
Good. I think the early goals give us a foothold, give us a bit of confidence, something to cling on to. Good out of possession. We are compact. I just go with what Pete said. You just don't sit on it. Just keep doing what we're doing. We're doing fine. Nobody had a Dubravka took going out a shot to save. Yeah, so we're doing fine. Quick on the break as well. Really good. Just going back to what you were saying about the captain before. Do you not think if we were to buy or Trippier, do you not think it might be something that they'll have said to him? We'll pay you X and we'll make you captain. Just as Ryan Brink, because I think he would be an excellent captain, I must say. It
certainly wouldn't surprise me. He's captained England before, so it wouldn't surprise me if he came in to be a new captain. Bring some leadership to the team, obviously experience as well. So he brings all that. So
we're holding the captaincy out for Connor Cody next summer.
Chris, what I know you're obviously a few minutes behind us, but what's your take on the game so far, mate?
Well, I would say generally that you always know that Eddie Howe is going to design a game plan to win the game, to win the match, and so far we're executing on the Howe game plan. So it's the question of how well we can execute, and hold the line the rest of the 70 minutes or so.
This is like the Longstaff of old as well, mind. He's put more in the first 21st minutes than he has in the last few games he played.
The Longstaffs always step up against Man United.
Yeah, well, yeah, right.
GS7.
He doesn't hold back, does he?
No, he's class. But that's the thing. Like, if you think about last season, we spoke about him, and the amount of times we had conversations about him, saying, you know, okay, you know, he's definitely not a striker. But one of the things we spoke about was just like using his physicality.
Yeah,
like he's big, you know, strong. Go on, lads.
Fred.
Go on, Fred.
Joe, go with him. Go with him, Joe.
Joe's knackered, I think, lads.
Oh,
oh, save! Holy shit balls! What a shot from Shelby.
Well, it's worth the shot. Worth the shot.
What was a shot? Yeah, it's a good save. I think Joe Linton's struggling here, lads. He was he couldn't. I know it sounds stupid. He couldn't keep up with Shelby. The good thing is, there's actually 5 other people watching this game with me, plus everybody else that's in the stadium that just seen that. So if anybody watches this back, and I said he couldn't keep up with Shelby, it was true.
Do you think it's more of a dead leg or a hip injury or something?
No, it looks to be his hip.
I'd be okay. He'll play on.
That's a good tackle. Get up with Tomini. I mean, that's it's not 2-footed there. Like this one's not. He hardly touches him.
It's probably a foul, but it's because they played on, because they had the possession after that, and then Fred gives the ball away to Shelby.
Yeah.
So they had their opportunity, they just didn't take it, so it's wrong.
Do you think they go to VAR and give him a 6-month ban or something like that? That challenge?
I won't put it past them, guys. I've got to be honest.
He didn't really connect though. He's holding his shin. He didn't even actually really connect with that point of him at all.
Nah.
And then I think it's Tellez that goes in double-footed then after that. That's a signal, isn't it? He's like, where's Clark?
He's fixing his hair.
Yeah, where's Clark?
Where's Clark? Fuck off.
Where am I in that? He's got COVID, thank fuck.
Oh,
that nearly worked out. For Man United, probably, yeah.
Oh, yeah, this is L's, man. Oh, Christ. Oh.
What do we do when we're winning? We're not used to this.
No, it's not. We're not used to it at all, am I, lads?
I'm already nervous already. This is crazy.
I've been nervous.
We're not used to being in this position this season, are we, lads?
I've been nervous since we scored, Pete. God.
Maybe Longstaff got the magic back because he gave the flash off.
Do you think someone told him how ridiculous he looked?
Movember didn't work for him.
No, it didn't, did it?
Maybe it's that link to him going to Nottingham Forest on loan that's
that tash is coming off. I'm turning it up now today, lads. I've seen what they did to Colback.
Yeah, you're right.
From being bought by Man United for 50 million to going on loan to Nottingham Forest. Yeah.
It's a free kick, surely.
Surely that's a foul. No, Pawson says play on. Surely that's a high boot as well, no?
Yeah, now.
Go on, ASM. Surely a high boot.
It's so surreal listening to you guys when I'm watching a minute behind.
Yeah, I'm about 10 seconds behind, so...
Paul,
bloody hell.
You wanker.
It looked like he pulled him back.
Did.
I'm watching a different match.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I can hear other people talking as well. Who's talking? Have you got people on your veranda, Chris?
I'm wearing noise canceling headphones, so you shouldn't be hearing anyone else. So.
How about your microphone?
Yeah, I can definitely hear like a lady talking.
No, I got no ladies talking.
Now they're singing.
It's gone now.
Oh no, yeah, that's the.
You had something playing on your laptop, did you?
Yeah, that sounded like Mamma Mia, didn't it?
Yeah.
No. There's
You know what?
Stu Penn had been sending you more videos at Chris.
Exactly, yeah. Do not open.
there's a person singing at another hotel or another building.
I thought that's what I'm saying. There's a woman singing, is it? I thought I could hear someone singing.
Yeah, I don't know why that's coming through.
Butlins in Greece, top man.
Oh god!
Look at that second here. It's with 69%. That's just ridiculous.
That's not an Eddie Howe game plan.
When are you back in the UK, Chris?
New Year.
Go on, Joe.
I'm getting my Greek ID tomorrow, and then I can my passport.
Maxi.
5 days after that.
Cool.
That's a great ball. Nobody gambling.
I think Gary Finnegan sums it up perfectly with us. We're all bloody nervous.
It's a poor ball, Joe. Come on, Manny, get back in.
Don't pull him.
I think, to be fair though, lads, it's a nice nervousness to be in.
Well done, Dubravka.
Go on. See, there's the only lad that can play football.
That's well done there.
Well done. That's class.
Well done, Dubs.
What's ASM complaining about?
Hopefully this isn't a commentator curse, but Dubravka looks a bit more confident than he has been in recent games, especially with that burst from the box there to sweep up as a sweeper keeper. We haven't seen him do that for a while, I would say. Would you reckon, lads?
Done J7, lad.
I think he feels more like game. He's like game.
Surely it's
fit.
tonight. Oh, come on, man. ASM's going to get nothing off this ref. Offside.
Jordan's back again.
He's offside as well there.
Greenwood, he did look offside, to be fair.
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah. I don't know how to make a Cristiano comment without jinxing, but it feels like he hasn't figured much in this match so far.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I should just say they're doing a good job with Cristiano.
That's a great ball. Dig out there.
Get out there, Shelby.
Get in front of him.
Oh, don't let him cut out on there. Come
Well
on.
Good enough.
Go on, Fraser.
ASM falls down when he's challenged.
Get out there, Shelby.
Pete, question for you, mate, because obviously when we were doing a lot of the manager shows and stuff like that, we both had experience of Ralph Rangnick before. And obviously looked at him as like a director of football or something. What have you made of him since he's got into
what are you doing
into Man United, and what you see of Man United under him?
In what they've done is you wouldn't really sort of notice it, but they have looked more defensively solid. And I think the first thing he did is take Luke Shaw out the team and Wan-Bissaka and put in Darlow and
The lot and tellers.
can you hear me?
Yeah.
My internet's all over the place. I think I got the Daz curse. I think the first thing he did is change the fullbacks, and I think that made them defensively solid. They've not been scoring goals for fun, but they've been a lot tighter and they've not been conceding.
Back fours, yeah. It's held a better line, I think.
Yeah, and I think they'll get better with Varane in games. Hopefully after today,
After this one,
I think they'll get better. And I think the biggest thing for me is the high press. So they are pressing a lot higher. You'll see like Fernandes now pressing the ball a lot higher. The problem is that the personnel aren't naturally high pressers. So it's not just Ronaldo. It's also Greenwood. both of those players don't like to press the ball. Whereas I'm surprised that Sancho's not playing. I'm surprised that Cavani's not playing because they are the Rangnick mould. And that's probably a worry for me later on in the game when they come on, because they are his type of players, and I think they'll really suit his style of play. So I don't think he's done too bad so far. It's always going to be difficult to come in the circumstances he has, but I think he's settled things down, and I think the players have responded to him, albeit not tonight, which I'm very, very happy about.
Do you think it's obviously with the coaching, as we've mentioned before, Pete? He's made them defensively more solid.
Yeah.
No, sorry, with a little bit of this kick from Ronaldo.
Ballon d'Or.
Always a good thing. Sorry, Rich, go on.
Yeah, I was just saying he's obviously made them defensively more solid. But do you reckon that's made them lack a cutting edge up front now because of that he did that high press and it's just not playing to the attacking side of the players he's got available to him at the moment?
Yeah, because I think it's just a different style. If you look at, I think if Man United had have played Wan-Bissaka and Luke Shaw as the fullbacks, I think would have had even more chances, because they just bomb forward and they don't care about defending. Their tracking back is shocking, both of them, and I think he's noticed that. So I think it has had an effect, because Luke Shaw is one of their best attacking outlets from that left-hand side. He tends to get decent assists, or he's the one that plays the ball before the assist. So he is that type of player. But you always have to sacrifice something until you get that formation absolutely nailed on. And then what you will then do is look to build and become more attack-minded. And you know what? It goes nicely with a little bit of what Eddie Howe's done at Newcastle, because he's had to deal with a defense that are just really not good enough, and he's trying to implement a style. So the high press that we saw today, which we got the goal from, the intensity, the integrity of the players in game, that's what Eddie Howe's trying to build. But you need some of the components to be significantly better, and our defense needs to be better in order to fully see what Eddie Howe's trying to build. So they're kind of in similar positions at the moment.
Go on, Kid Fraser.
Yeah, go on.
Fraser's clear. Fraser's
still there. Oh, Fraser was the ball. Yeah. Well done, Joe. Fucking hell, Joe Linton.
He is class.
Jesus Christ. That's a free kick all day long.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Joe Linton
get in the box.
Everywhere. I tell you what,
he is. Someone could come in with a bid for him in January, the way he's playing.
Let's rock it. Come on.
We're not letting him go.
Guys, one thing's for certain. This we're under our new ownership now. Right, the only players that leave Newcastle are the players that we want to leave Newcastle.
Exactly.
The players that we want to stay, they're not going anywhere unless their contracts are out and they're not signing a new deal. Fortunately for us, all of our better players are all tied down. No worries about that, mate.
So not even an 80 million.
Go on, Fraser.
We'll get him now.
Joe Linton was
it does pay for it. It does pay for a Haaland or a Mahovic.
Yeah.
So you never know.
Joe Linton was a caterpillar under Bruce. Now he's a beautiful butterfly.
Corner.
This is where we want to be, boys.
There's one for the transfer show.
In their area.
80 million offer for that's the rumor we'll start now. 80 million for Dylan.
Yeah, let's get that on the transfer.
Barcelona have come in with the 80 million. That's believable.
Yeah. J 7 times 14.
Does anybody else find it quite amusing that Barcelona have allegedly agreed a 55 million deal for Torres when they're actually $2 billion in debt or something at the minute? How on earth can they afford 55 million for Torres?
Installments.
Yes.
It's gone out. Great ball. Ronaldo's some dick, isn't he?
They've leveraged their debt.
Ronaldo expects a certain level of quality, and there's some of these Man United players that are just not capable of it.
Yeah,
That's why do you think most of his goals come from his link up with Bruno Fernandes? Because he's the only one with a little bit of class that can find him. I don't know.
There are no Karim Benzema's up the front there.
No Benzema's, no Bales, no Modric, no Toni Kroos that can play those sort of balls. Isco, you know what? Even at Juventus, it was amazing he scored the amount of goals that he did because they never had the sort of creative players around him that he had.
Yeah.
Who were his partners at Juventus? I didn't really follow Italian football.
There was Dybala was there. Cuadrado.
At Juventus.
Yeah.
Rabiot, Dybala. Who else was there?
Was Cuadrado was there, wasn't he, Pete?
Yeah, Cuadrado. Yeah.
Cuadrado was there. Yeah.
Oh, come on!
Yes!
Offside.
Fuck off.
VAR needs to look at that because that looked really close.
Okay, let's go to VAR.
Check it, ref. Check it.
I'm behind still on it.
We'll see from here.
Oh shit!
I have to delay for VAR and I haven't even seen the goal.
You see, it's offside. Yeah, it's offside.
Good finish though.
Fuck! That was the goal right before half time as well.
Yeah, we'd still be nervous, but it would have been
he's definitely
bit better.
offside. Yeah, yard in front of Maguire, unfortunately, but it was good. It was good build-up play again, though, and it shows the instinctiveness of having an actual goal scorer there.
Go on.
Oh, fuck! Anyway,
so lucky that. Fraser, Longstaff, where are you?
Chase him down. It's the brick.
They don't want this. They don't want it. They don't want it. Well done.
Well done.
Good.
Again.
Go on, Fraser. Go on. Free kick. Oh, he had his whistle to his mouth.
He did.
He had his whistle to his mouth. Fuck off, man. Go on, Dubs. Well done.
Well done.
I'll tell you what, that's good backtracking. Was that Shah in the middle there, backtracking?
Yeah.
That was...
Pete's kicking every ball, isn't he?
He did.
Pete always does.
Kicking every ball.
Oh, man.
He's
got a pained look.
Jeez, Maguire's a donkey. He's fucking pony, isn't he? Oh, my Lord. 80 million. Was that what they paid for him?
Yeah.
It was something like 75, 80 million, yeah, Pete. That's like Mart. Do you know what we get aggrieved at paying 40 million for Joel Linton. Mark, we get grief for paying 40 million for Joel Linton. At least he turned out to be something half decent now, and they've paid 75 to 80 million for Maguire, who's an absolute dog.
Oh, yeah. So these are the fouls we don't want to give away, kind of here now. 40 minutes. Just keep this at 0-0, 1-0, lads, up to half.
Yeah.
Do you reckon just see out for the last 5 minutes now, lads? Keep it tight. Half time.
Yeah. Don't be giving chances like this away, though.
Boot the ball long, get it up into their areas, press them
and chase them down. Yeah.
That's what we created. We created the goal off the back of that, and we created those last couple of chances off the back.
And the second one there, even though he was offside, it was still the chase down.
Yeah. No, that's it.
Ronaldo's not taking it anyway.
Oh.
Good goalkeeper.
Give it. Well done.
Yeah, that's a sneaky little free kick as well, by the way.
Go on, ASM. He's got it. Oh, shit. Unlucky. Well done.
Unlucky.
Dubravka's struggling. Go down.
He's all right.
Walk it off.
Go down and give us a breather. Give us time to set ourselves a little bit.
Would they stop the game?
Yeah. To answer your question, Rich, I think Harry Maguire's got worse since he's been at Man United. I think when he first went there, their defensive record was fantastic when he first signed for the club, and whether he's just become a little bit comfortable, I don't know. But he seems to have
man the match so far.
Do you think he just doesn't know how to handle the pressure, Pete?
I just think he's got a lack of pace. We're playing Premier League football right now. We're playing
Head
Premier
injury.
League football, and Premier League football is one of the fastest paced leagues in the world, and you have to have good recovery pace. He doesn't have it. He would have been offside anyway. Yeah, he was offside.
He was offside, yeah.
And
That's a boot up from Fernandez that gets Dubravka there, by the way.
Yeah.
Greenwood.
Is Dubravka okay? I just saw that. Yeah.
Yeah,
In the future,
Greenwood, gets a boot on his knee.
Asking for the lads in the future.
Cheers, Evans down after getting a whack with the ball. Some man this half.
Yeah, he's been unreal.
Yeah, he's been brilliant.
Just a shout out to Alan Dart in the chat there. He's in Salt Lake City, playing snooker while listening to us guys.
All right, Alan.
Shitting my pants.
Nice
Excellent.
one.
Just like Chris.
Utah. He's in Utah.
Another good point here from Cormac in the chat. Which team is bottom of the table here? Pretty much. It's you wouldn't think we're the one that's in the relegation zone and Man United are in the top half of the table, would you?
Don't listen to that guy. That's my brother-in-law, former Man United season ticket holder.
Well, why didn't you tell us beforehand? And I wouldn't have mentioned the comment. Naz, do you know what I mean? I wouldn't have given it the time of day, really. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think Cormac needs to pay at least €20 on a super chat now.
Yeah.
I've become a member.
Yeah.
Oh no! Good save.
Oh, good save.
Well done.
Never a penalty. Get up, Fernandez.
Offside
You
anyway.
blouse. Offside anyway.
Love it. And to be fair, we can't moan that it was a penalty. He got his shot off.
Yeah.
He got his shot off.
So he's a mile offside.
No, he weren't offside actually. Shit.
He wasn't. Ronaldo was though.
Oh no, yeah, Ronaldo's the one that played.
Ronaldo's the ball player. He's off.
Yeah, you're
Not
right.
Fernandez. So the first ball is off.
Yeah, good save.
Yeah, that's right.
Good save.
Yeah. So even if he had gone down, it wouldn't have counted anyway.
Cool, Matt. We weren't joking, by the way.
Yeah, Cormac, we're not joking.
I haven't seen the membership.
20 quid for a super chat and join up, please. Daz will be checking the memberships.
I'll be collecting it.
Oh, brilliant.
43. Good half so far, boys.
Very
Ow.
good. Boys, just imagine with Trippier and a couple of top quality centre backs, what this team could. If we can put pressure on a team like Man United with their array of talent, what we could do for the remainder of the season, and with maybe a sprinkle of another couple of attacking players. Like, look, I'm not saying we're going to win this game, but what I'm saying is that the potentials to get lots of points in the second half of the season is there, providing that we sign the right players.
If we can steady the ship.
Do we think that
Hey up! You got stood on there.
Do we think that Trippier is as close as the reports say?
Who knows? We'll be discussing it more on the transfer show, so make sure you tune in, guys.
Now let's watch this. Let's watch
A plug.
Oh no, it's raining. Starting to. Oh. God.
Where you are, Chris, is it?
It's little sprinkles.
That'll teach you going on holiday in December.
It's not a holiday. It's the. I'm now an EU citizen, just like you.
Daz, Cormac's in the chat saying that he's not making any super chat donations because he won money from poker last night.
Pay no attention to him.
That means you lost then, Daz, though.
Wilson's struggling here, guys.
Yeah,
I agree with what Donald's comment there. Best first half for a long time.
You're right, Donald.
Julie's saying that the intensity is really impressed us. They've kept on the press.
I'd be worried now if Wilson doesn't get up here, though.
I think the only good thing about the timing for Wilson going down here is we can literally get him in at half time and work on him and then see how he is. Do you reckon if Wilson's not good enough to carry on, would you be bringing Gale on, or would you possibly take a chance with Sam Maximan up top or something, or bring Elliot Anderson on, like Dave mentioned earlier on?
Is he up? He must be up.
I wasn't sure if Wilson got touched there or whether he's actually just caught his studs in the grass.
Do you know what? I just thought that as well, Dave. When he kind of went down, it didn't look like there was much contact. I thought it was kind of initially from the twist. I wondered, did he just plant his foot wrong? Has he turned?
That is worrying the kid.
Yeah, he seems to be okay anyway.
He'll get to halftime anyway.
Yeah, he's all right.
Yeah, he'll be okay.
He
I
might
don't
be.
know, boys. I don't know, boys. I'm looking at his body language. He doesn't look positive at all.
Nah, he's all right.
He's grand.
Tough as nails, man.
Yeah, I think they'll work up at half time, won't they? So that's the perfect. Get him inside,
Jesus,
work on his hand, and put some strapping on and stuff like that.
Oh,
Hopefully,
okay. I wanna get another drink.
Por favor.
Oh, Joe Linton.
Oh, Joe.
Go on, Joe.
Go on, that ASM.
One, lad.
Oh,
Let's see.
Well done.
that skill from Joe Linton.
You make a Mai Tai? Yeah? Yes? Okay.
Get us all a drink,
Oh,
Chris.
Watching this game, Chris.
Get us all a drink.
Get us
sitting over
the
there
drinks
now.
in.
Drinks in.
Can I have a Mai Tai? Daz, get rid of him, will you?
Richie's on the buttons. And it looks like Wilson's grand Pete. He's not as soft like Lee Davey.
Hey, you can tell him that.
No, you pass it on for me, please.
No, I'm not.
some fantastic footwork from ASM and Joe Linton on the left hand side. There was lovely little skill. I think you can even looking at Joe Linton even more. You wouldn't have dared try that several months ago. So you can tell the confidence is just flowing through him at the minute.
Wilson's not coming back though at all. He's not even in that picture. No, he's struggling here.
Oh.
Wilson's struggling big time, lads.
Yeah.
Perhaps they just hopefully they're just going to try and get him through half time and then work on his ankle and see what happens.
No, he's going to go down here. He's not even able to run, lads.
That is a big worry.
He's running like Chris Hall going to the loo there for a second. Let it go.
Okay. 40 seconds to halftime.
He's not right.
Yeah, he's definitely not himself at the minute. But
yeah, he's going to try and run it off a bit.
Yeah, I think he's just literally trying to stay on now until half time and then see what happens. Give him a chance to work on at half time and go from there.
I mean, do you take him off at 1-0 up half time and not risk him?
It's a weird one, isn't it, Mark? It's like, do you try and
I think you need him for the game. For me, I'd take him off and I'd protect him.
I was just going to say, do you protect him for the games like Everton, Southampton, Watford, Leeds, stuff like that?
Yeah, I think so. I think I'd bring Murphy on and stick Big Joe further up the front.
Yeah, he's not doing anything now.
No, he's done. I don't see him coming back on it after the half.
Dunno saying it'll be Gale Force in the second half if Wilson goes off.
Jeez, I hope not.
Well done, Fraser.
Oh, well done,
Fraser.
That's a great tackle as well. Fernandez again, moaning and bitching. Yeah, Wilson's done.
I think he's pulled his calf.
If he has pulled his calf, it is a concern because obviously we've got a really a schedule coming up in January where he'd be pivotal winning the goal. So I suppose the other thing we've got going our way that way is that the transfer window opens up in a few days' time. So you never know. Hopefully there's someone lined up to come in as cover for Wilson. Do you know what I mean?
Behind there you go. Get him in.
Why is he so fragile? Is he too muscled now? And he just kind of gets pulls and stuff like that?
No, that's him. There's no contact there at all.
Yeah, he did it himself.
That's a tear.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But like, is it his no.
He's done.
Murphy's coming on.
Yeah, well, I'm okay with that.
I think
more pace to worry their back. I think that's a good switch.
So I would imagine if Murphy's coming on, Murphy's going to go on to the right. Fraser will switch to the left, and they'll play ASM up front. I'd imagine.
Yeah,
in front.
I think.
Yeah, well, it makes sense.
Why is Dwight Gale not coming on?
Because he's shy.
Yeah, apart from that, but he's the only striker. Like,
yeah,
he is the only recognised striker. Yeah,
no manager fancies him.
Well done.
Well, I think what we can do is fingers crossed for Callum Wilson. It's not too serious.
Half time, lads. 1-0.
Okay. Well done.
That's a great half. More of that in the second half, lads, please. And attacking towards the Gallagher.
So that's half time. Man United losing at St James's Park at the minute, 1-0 to ASM scoring in the 6th minute. Fantastic goal with Sean Longstaff getting a flick on, then dispossessing.
Fred.
It was Fred, wasn't it? Because I remember. No, actually, it was Varane, wasn't it? Sorry. Dispossessed Varane, played Sam Maxwell on the left-hand side, did his little tricks to get into the box with a fantastic right foot curl and shot into the top right-hand corner. De Gea didn't even move for it. So Daz has obviously got a top of his drink. So Pete, what's your thoughts on the first 45 minutes? I'm going to go and make myself a drink as well. So Mart, if you just take over with your thoughts after that and pass on to Dave afterwards.
No problems.
Yeah. It's been a good half for Newcastle. I think we've put so much effort and intensity in our game. We've really pushed Man United back at times and really made it difficult for them to kind of get in the game and really kind of get a flow in the game, which is what they want. They like a lot of possession. They like a lot of, intricate passing, and we've just not allowed it because we've really got right into them. That's exactly what we needed. But and we fully deserve to take the lead. We put the pressure on. Longstaff won the ball high up. A fantastic cut-in and finish, all in one motion from ASM. And it's got the fans up. You can tell the fans, the atmosphere is buzzing. The players are feeding off that. The fact that Dubravka's coming out 25, 30 yards to clear the ball when the ball's going for on goal, that's not really Dubravka's game, but you can tell he's really feeding in from the crowd and it's raising the players' games. Obviously, it's a massive loss to lose Wilson, not just for this game, but for any other length of time. It looks like a calf strain or a tear. You're looking at a couple of weeks for those type of injuries. So, with the Everton and the Southampton game in mind, it's not good news. And we're probably maybe looking more like the Watford game, second week of January, where he could potentially return after that. And I think more than anything, it just it emphasises the point that we need
a striker. Yeah,
100%. We need one in early doors with Wilson going, because the fact that Gale's not come onto the pitch, it probably tells you one or two things. One, that Gale's probably off somewhere early in the window, and two, they've just got no trust in him. I think that was a really big moment that Murphy's come on for him. But Murphy can do good in a higher position further up the pitch. He can really press them, and he's got pace to run at those players. So, all good so far. As I said, when we scored the goal, we cannot afford to sit back and see out this win. We need to attack, get that second goal.
I thought it was same as you, Pete. I thought we did well. The press has been there, not allowed them to have loads of the ball. We've obviously had more possession from the look of it. That transition has been there, back and forth. Even the backtracking from ASM. Defensively, we've been okay. The couple of times they've got through, it's been offside a couple of times. Ronaldo's not really done too much, but again, we won't talk too much about him, just in case I jinx it. Definitely Murphy coming on. Yeah, as Pete said, look, losing Wilson is horrible. Hopefully it's only a strain and not a tear. Obviously, if the Premier League want to get through tonight's game and then decide to have a 2-week COVID break, we'll that might help us. So we might take that. But I think reinforcements now can't be underestimated as to what we need. One, if not two, strikers. One definitely for cover and a bit of competition as well for a bit more pressure on Wilson. Joe Linton, outstanding player on the park for me. Just his game and play at the moment, the guy's just on fire and deserves all the credit he's been getting. Thought Shelby's been playing really well. We've broke when we have. Thought Fraser's been really good. Good half. I think somebody put in the chat, probably one of the best halves we've seen in a long, long time. And I think I would agree with that. Keep it up. We've got to keep up that same intensity, same level of press in the second half. We're attacking into the Gallagher. Go at them. Go get them. Because that game is there to be won. So, yeah, very good. Dazzler?
Yeah, you're asking about the first half. Yeah, I thought we were brilliant in the first half. Of course, we're winning. Like I said, it was going to be a miracle if we beat them, but I tipped them to win this one. Is a big worry now with Wilson getting injured and how that affects everyone mentally as well. For the rest of this game, bring in Murphy on. Let's see how that works out. But how knows what he's doing? Hopefully. And yeah, I think could it be Chris or someone else in the chat that depending on how long the injury is to Wilson, do we need to be looking at two strikers now? We should be bringing in the transfer window, some kind of a backup one maybe or something like that.
Yeah,
but especially if we're getting rid of Gale, definitely another two options maybe, and then. But yeah, no, delighted for the first half. We know though Man United are going to come at us in that second half. So it's going to be a nervy 50 minutes ahead. So hope for the best.
Yeah. Okay. Dave.
Yes. I'm just going to reiterate what you three lads have said. Really great half, very good half. I was very impressed. Joe Linton's been a colossus, as you said. Longstaff's very much like his old self. It's the best half I've seen him play for an awful long time. Even when he won the header, he didn't stop. He carried on, won it again, passed him and scored the goal. So it was really good. Got to keep their chances to a minimum like we are. When we got concern is if giving free kicks away around the box or just 30 yards out or so, because we're going to always be done with a sucker punch. Another concerns, I guess, is when Cavani comes on, because I think he will.
Yeah.
And Greenwood's been, well, anonymous, really, which has been wonderful for us. Yeah. But they're going to make changes, and unfortunately, you look at their bench to ours, and that's a real concern.
Rashford's been the most lively for them, I think, on that right-hand side.
This will force their hand to buy a striker. They know we need them anyway. Something like Origi, maybe from Liverpool or something like that, would certainly do a job for us. So it is what it is. It's not going to change if we worry about it now. It's down to the club to go and buy the people to replace them for the short term. So, but another second half, very much like that would do me fine.
Yeah, absolutely. Christopher, what did you think of that first half?
There was a solid effort from the lads. I'm always, it's always great to get a easy quick goal, but also concerning having to defend that, and they seem to do pretty well. You can tell that Eddie Howe has put a lot of preparation into this game and really drilled the lads and how he wanted to play this match, and they seem to be executing well. So hopefully, long may it continue in the second half, and let's see how impactful this Wilson injury is, and hopefully Murphy can step up and contribute.
Chris, I have a question for you. What drink did you order there during the game?
Mai Tai.
Gone. Okay, Mai Tai. Mai Tai. God.
I'm very impressed because it says on the bill, it says it's not only a Mai Tai, but it's from where the Mai Tai was originated in my hometown of Oakland, California. So it says it's a Trader Vic's Mai Tai, because of course Trader Vic's was the home of the Mai Tai. So it's in my blood.
You always learn something unloaded.
I was just going to say, not only are you enjoying a 1-0 Newcastle lead at halftime against Manchester United, but you're also being educated by an American with an EU passport sitting in Greece drinking Mai Tais. Does it get any better on a Newcastle show? I don't believe it does.
The more you know.
Yeah.
So lads, do you think this is what Eddie Howe will be thinking after his game plan at half time?
Oh, most definitely.
Just more of the same.
Definitely.
More of the same.
Just exactly the plan, really.
I think Murphy coming on higher up the pitch suits him. I think his pace will worry their defenders. Wilson's a knock. Look, it's not. We're not going to sit here and say it's not a loss. It is, but we can get through that. I think with Wilson going down, if and if it is a tear or something and he's out, if we were under the past ownership with a January window, you'd be sitting there going, "Oh shit!" But the fact that we don't have the past ownership, and we've actually got Amanda and Maydad and Piff and the rest of them, I think we can certainly sit here with a bit more comfortability and go, they're probably going to do the right thing in bringing in players and bringing in recruits at a level that we can. So I'm not obviously it's a loss, but I'm not overly concerned. I think it was the right thing for him to go off. Richie, I think you said the same as me. Take him off, protect him, try and get him back for the games. We do need him, but we do need to recruit one. I would suggest 2 strikers in this window if we can. Certainly, some a bit of class and a backup.
Completely agree with you. I think the one thing is, takes us on to the next point. Obviously, this guy looks as though he's going to be playing up front now for the second half. I think that pace will definitely be concern Maguire and Varane in the middle, because they don't look very settled to start with. What do you guys think of his? Take out his goal from the first half. What do you make of his overall performance in the first half?
Well, I'll go first. He's trying. You can see that he's trying. He's worrying the defense when he gets it, and you have to take his goal into consideration. He did it. He took it really well. It was a great finish. So, it's a big difference from the last few games that he's played. So, more of the same. It's going to be a different role for him now, though, in that second half. But it's going to be very nervy. I'm not looking forward to the second half now.
No, I'm not.
Mark, what did you make of ESM's performance first half?
Yeah, I thought he's been lively. Listen, I've been fairly critical of him so far this season in some of his decision making and the end product. Look, took the goal well, caught the hair on his toes. Great finish. As Daz said, a little bit worried when he cut inside into traffic. I was kind of thinking, oh, here we go. But look, it's a great finish. I think, as Daz said, a different role. The only thing that will worry me with him kind of being up there a bit more central is he's not the strongest at holding up the ball to bring other players in. So I think, he probably needs a bit of support from Joe Linton, maybe just in front of him or kind of behind him slightly, to maybe help hold that ball up to bring the likes of Murphy and Fraser, Shelby and Longstaff into play. So it'll be interesting, but it does make for a bit more of a nervy half. But defensively, I think we've been okay. But much like Man United's back four, we're also prone to errors at times. So just more. If I was Eddie Howe, I'm just saying more of the same, lads. Same pressure, same intensity. You're attacking into the Gallagher. Go give them something to wave them flags about. Go out there and earn it. So let's get on with it.
David, Malcolm's just touched on it there. Joe Linton looked ecstatic when ESM scored. It's great to see. What do you think of the togetherness within the squad at the moment under Eddie Howe compared to under Steve Bruce?
Well, there wasn't any togetherness under Steve Bruce, was it? It was proven, really. They seem to be wanting to play for each other. You've got the lovely bit of interplay at the bottom left corner before with ASM and Joe Linton, and as you said, and guys are on the chat there, they all look like when Dubravka made the save, went up to well done to you, and they just seem a proper team. And whether they're going to be good enough, who knows? But at least you can see a huge change, and they actually look as if they want to work for each other, whereas before it was just 11 individuals. It doesn't seem like that now.
Chris, your thoughts on that as well, mate?
What was the question?
just the togetherness in the squad. I was saying that Joe Linton looked ecstatic when ASM scored. Just saying about how the team spirit looks a million times better since Eddie Howe's come in compared to when it was under Steve Bruce, and they always seem to be, having a go at each other or little niggles and stuff at each other. But now it seems to be the team spirit seems to be a lot more cohesive and gelled together since.
Yeah. I was reading the article on Willock earlier in the Athletic, and he was remarking about how obviously, even though he's had a tough season so far, he was recognizing the sort of complete difference in approaches under Eddie Howe, and he's saying that while they're working a lot harder, they're sort of also enjoying it more, even though obviously they haven't had a great record. So I think it's sort of like more work input, more work output, but it's sort of going along with doing the hard work, but there's more. He's talking about how there's more kind of club squad cohesion. So I was recognizing that. So it's good to hear from the players firsthand, sort of what we think we see on the pitch confirmed.
Pete, something we discussed in the first half regards the press off Greenwood up front. 2 changes at half time for Man United, and they've brought Cavani and Sancho on. Sancho was someone we touched on regards to helping work the Ranić press a bit better. What do you make of their changes? Is it something that we've got to be more concerned about, or are you still confident we can get a job done with them coming on?
Yeah, very worried. Very worried. They're 2 players that I was surprised that didn't start the game because of the type of football that Ranić likes to play. They're both very pressing-minded players. Our centre backs would have a lot less time on the ball. Go on, Maxi. Go on, Maxi.
Go on, take him on.
It just popped up on the back of his foot. It was unlucky. Hey, that's a foul, surely.
Do you know what it is? And a lot of people don't pick up on this. Rashford is actually a little niggly player. He's little nicks and little kicks that don't get picked up on.
Yeah, definitely.
Every season.
But just going back to that point, those 2 players. I mean, look, we haven't seen the best of Sancho, but he is a very, very creative player, and Cavani is just a monster. He's even at 34, 35 years old, he will cause our centre backs problems. So we have to be switched on for this 45 minutes because they will make this Man United team be significantly better. Oh no!
Oh,
How did he miss?
What a save!
Oh my God!
How did that not? I think it hit him more so than him knowing.
Yeah.
Go on, Martin. Describe for people who haven't caught it yet. What actually happened, Martin?
I don't know who went. Who was it? Kraft that went kind of dummied through.
Kraft, yeah.
Dummied through 2 defenders, broke into the box. A beautiful ball played across the box, and it gets to ASM, but it looks like it hits the back of his leg and is trickling towards goal. And De Gea gets a hand on it and kind of pushes it back out into the middle of the box, but nobody there. But yeah, should have been 2-0, lads.
Hopefully these don't come back to bite us.
I was just about to say that, Daz. It's as Munch has just said in the chat as well. It's squeaky bum time for the next 45 minutes, and hopefully with that chance there, it could have been one that 2-0 up. We always still say that the third goal's probably the most important one because you can either kill the game off or the other team can get into it. So hopefully we don't rue that miss, unfortunately. But it was a perfect chance to double our lead there.
Yeah, it wasn't Kraft either. It was Longstaff that broke through there. Sorry,
was it?
It was Longstaff, yeah.
Oh, well,
yeah.
Well, I hope Yano had his skill filter on there because obviously he didn't have it in the first half because he hadn't seen the Longstaff do anything.
Yeah.
So it's another comment that comes bite you in the arse, doesn't it? There, but
Yano will take that.
Yeah, he will. I know he will. So the players that went off for Man United were Greenwood and Fred. So that looks like Fernandes has got
great save.
Rashford.
Some shot as well, though, on the top of the ball.
Yeah.
So Fernandes has dropped back in that double pivot role by the looks of it, or they're going to just keep Fred there. Sorry, McTominay by himself. But fantastic save from Dubravka there. Tipped it over from a long range shot from Rashford. Obviously, we know that Man United have made attacking changes there. Do you think that makes us change our game plan now, Mart?
I don't think we probably can. I think, to Pete's point, like Cavani is as wily as they come. The experience from the leagues he's been in and the teams, half a chance he tucks it away 9 times out of 10. So we need to be very, very careful in the box. That was a great ball. Oh, ASM just replaying it back.
He's got to score it, man.
Ah,
Yeah, he kind of takes all the power off the ball. It wasn't
That's
actually,
Kraft.
it was Kraft.
It was
Kraft,
Kraft,
yeah.
Kraft. Yeah, sorry.
Great ball.
See, I knew it was
Yeah.
Kraft.
Yeah, well, I thought it was at first. Never thought
No,
it
it was. To be fair, you see that replay, and I think you've got to ask the question: do you think Maxi needs to do better there? It hits him right.
Takes the power off the ball. Like when
Yeah,
it hits
it
his foot, it kind of deadens the ball rather than kind of. It hits.
It's
one of those where
he's
direct it. Yeah, it's one of those where he's sort of dangled a leg, hasn't it? So it's just took all the weight off the ball.
Yeah.
So it's, as I said, let's hope it just doesn't come back to bite us, because that should have really doubled up. And that's one of the things. That's one of the chances where you think if that was Wilson, Wilson that was on rather than Alan Sam Maxwell, you would be looking at 2-0 now.
God, wow.
40 minutes to go.
It gets worse every time you see it.
I'm just muting Chris while he's not yapping, because there's quite a lot of feedback from the bar he's in.
He's getting another round in.
Yeah, Gary saying there that Ian should have buried that, and Kamal just agreeing with what I've just said, that if Wilson was there, he'd have buried it. I think that goes to highlight that they need to have a recognised goal scorer in you up front, doesn't it? Really, rather than having someone who's up there possibly doing the job. And we've said for a while, we've said this for numerous seasons. To be fair, if anything happens to Wilson, we're in trouble. So you want to hope that it's not a long-term injury if that's the case, and if it is, we need to address that straight away in the transfer window when it opens in a few days.
That's what I was saying though, Richie, while you were on an ad break. It was I think if we'd have had the prior own, I'd be worried to hell now.
We'd be getting relegated for sure.
We'd be gone as good as. But I think the fact they will address it. But I agree with Pete's point. I think we probably need two strikers. We need absolute competition and another goal getter to play with Wilson, and I think we need another one there for cover also. So we definitely need another striker.
Just touching on obviously the players that are missing tonight, and I know one of the rumours that was doing the round, and it might be something that's been backed up by the way that the bench has been selected tonight. There was no Darlow selected tonight, so hopefully it's not another case of COVID for him, because obviously he had a really bad bout last time round. But there was a rumour going around yesterday that he's possibly linked in a potential exchange in a Sanderberg deal from Sheffield United. Have you heard anything on that at all, Pete?
Not about the Darlow. Sanderberg, definitely. And that's not just come from people that have got interest in Newcastle transfers. That Sanderberg deal has been talked about a lot on Sheffield at the moment. I've got a number of people that I know that support Sheffield United. One of them's actually a really good mate, and there's a lot of talk on Sheffield that Newcastle could actually come in and sign him. And I think they paid something like 23 million for him initially. But it could be as little as 15 million we could get him for because of his injury problems. He's only just come back from injury. He's only played 8 games this season. But I'll talk about it more on the transfer show. But I've not heard anything about the Darlow. It wouldn't surprise me. I think he needs to leave. But I think the reason why he's not in the squad today is probably more COVID related than anything else. Yeah,
if it is COVID related, you want to hope it's not as bad as it was last, because obviously last time he came down that he was hospital bound for it. So obviously that is the case. Our thoughts go with him and to anyone who's actually in the squad that's come down with it. Were you going to say something there, David? Sorry.
No, well, I was going to say something. Rich, I was just going to say
that. Sorry.
Great plug for the transfer show coming up midweek. No day planned yet, but
Go on.
We'll be on this week.
Go on. Brilliant ASM and Fraser. Fantastic pressing that.
Yeah, I'm just watching that now.
So that gets the crowd up, stuff like that. Do you know what I mean?
Fantastic.
Yeah. That's fantastic. It's a shame that, if ASM did that every single game, nobody would doubt his commitment or anything like that. He really, really seems to be up for this game. And I'm hoping that it's not just because we're 1-0 up. I hope it's because obviously he wants us to go on and see the game out. But
Recall.
So, Dave, what have you made for the first 10 minutes of the second half?
Well done, Shaw. Sorry.
Cancelled each other out, I think, Richie, if I'm honest. I think I'm just starting to feel a little bit what Pete's been feeling for the last 20 minutes. I'm just...
Oh, man, you cannot be giving him room like that in a box with nobody on him. Like, that is ridiculous marking.
He should have buried that.
Yeah.
He should have.
Who's that? No, Captain Calamity.
I'm slightly behind you, fellas, so I didn't see that chance, but...
The cells should be right on him there. Right up him.
You can't give someone of the experience of Cavani that sort of space.
And again, Lascelles turning his back on the ball. Like, let it hit you, you big fucking dope. Like, get into it. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he's got about 6 yards worth of space. You know, like all that. You know, all the whole time he's not touched tight with him. He's given him a couple of yards, and all of a sudden Cavani just checks his run to create that extra space, and he had all day to hit that. Fortunately, he hit the side of the post. So, Chris, what's your thoughts on the first 10 minutes of the second half?
Man,
that was dreadful from Maguire.
Yeah, you know, they seem to be counter-attacking pretty well and holding up the defense well. Obviously they do miss Callum Wilson, but it seems like they've adapted pretty well without him.
Go on, Murphy. Go on.
I was going to say they haven't put much of an attacking threat yet with Murphy in the line.
Oh,
hey,
surely that's a yellow for Ronaldo. If not, give it a red.
Yeah, it's a yellow, man. It's the yellow. Yellow.
Does it looks like Murphy's got onto the left hand side.
Foul from Ronaldo.
Are you a bit surprised that he hasn't started on the right and Fraser's gone over the left rather than Murphy going onto the left?
He took him.
That's a shocking foul.
No.
Watch this. Watch.
He took him out.
That's a red, surely.
You know what? You know what the first thing he connects with? He connects with his head. That's the first thing he connects with.
That's horrendous.
He's poking the finger at Fraser to say, get
shaking
up.
His head then.
If that was Ronaldo clattered like that, if that was Shelvey that did that to Ronaldo, that would have been a red.
That was reckless. I'm sorry, but that was reckless, and I agree with what Brett said. Where's VAR with that? Because there was, you know, he's just literally just took him out, not even tried to go for the ball. He just literally went
because of who he is.
Yeah, that's one of those ones where you turn around and, you know, like, you'll know as an ex-player, some of you will, you know, you when you go to leave something on someone, you know, just to let them know you're there, sort of thing. And that's exactly what he did there. Yeah, I can't believe VAR aren't looking at that, to be honest. But
Fraser, man,
wasted for Fraser.
As I
said there, he was bollocksed.
Daz, as I asked you just before, what do you make of Murphy going on?
You're asking about Murphy, Rich, yeah.
Yeah, Murphy going onto the left-hand side and Fraser still on the right. Would you not have thought Fraser and Murphy would have been better switching flanks and Murphy going onto the right?
No, they'll probably switch it up again, Rich. Just the speed of Murphy there was evident there a few minutes ago when he was, I think it was Varane, he was tracking back on. So I don't know if I would even have brought Murphy on, but maybe I would have looked at the likes of Miggy. But let's see how he gets on. I'm sure they'll switch it up as the game goes on as well, Rich.
Yeah. So, Mart, what?
Okay,
come back to you now. What have you made of Newcastle start the second half of the game in general?
Mark.
Yeah, it's been all right, Richie. Pretty much same as. I mean, we should have scored. ASM should have put that one. Go on, lad. Go on. Oh, for fuck's sake!
Get fucking studs on, man.
No, yeah, exactly. Fucking ballerina shoes. Yeah, look, we said at half time, more of the same. You know, Murphy's putting in the same press. It's been okay. defensively, slightly concerned still. Far too much space for Cavani when that ball came in from Sancho there earlier on. So we need to be tight to him. Ronaldo's on a yellow now, so put him under a bit of pressure. You never know what could happen. But yeah, I think we're playing okay, lads. Keep it going.
Yeah, we
Happy enough, lads.
Pete, obviously we've already had one change at the end of the first half. Are you happy with the way the team set up at the minute, or would you be looking to make changes soon? Or
with the way the game is at the moment, providing everyone's fit, I would stay with it the way it is right now. Joe Linton's just gone down at the top of the screen, not sure what for, but I will keep it the way it is for the time being. We're doing okay.
I think he's got a kick in the calf there. I think Pete was just what you're saying about why when Joe went down, looked like Cavani caught him in his calf. Oh, but you love to say that from Rashford, don't you? That's, I know, England international and Ronaldo, one of the world's obviously greatest players of all time, who haven't been able to kick a ball at all tonight when in the box. So that's hopefully that'll stay the case for the last 30 minutes or so. David, how do you see it? I know, David. What do you say? Would you keep things are, or have you got anyone that you'd be possibly looking to change that you've seen that's concerning? You'd bring someone on from the bench who could change things up?
No, I'd keep it the same. I think maybe Fraser might come off for Almiron possibly, but I think he's done fine. Don't get us wrong. I just think it might give us some breather towards the end of the game with Almiron gets in and runs at them. I don't think we particularly like his pace coming on. Otherwise, just as a fella say, just so far so good, really. Could be the
one good thing that Almiron will bring is it'll help with that pace for obviously also the counter, but also the press as well. Because that's one thing you always get off Almiron. He's full of running. He'll put pressure on and chase things down, look to create something. So that's a possibility. How would you say? Obviously, I know you're a big fan, like myself, of Elliot Anderson. Do you think this is a sort of game for him, or do you think he'll just be another bench warmer tonight, David?
Yeah, probably not now. I think possibly if we're losing, maybe, but when we've got a chance of all 3 points, it's probably not the best game to bring him on, if I'm honest. He's got chances maybe in the next few games against Southampton and the like, but not tonight, I don't think. Not now.
Chris, how have you seen the second half so far? Would you be making any changes at all? Or?
Come on, keep going, lad.
Fraser!
Oh, to hear you.
I would agree with what Dave just said. It's not the match to bring Elliot Anderson on, even when we're down.
No.
We're going to get caught by the balls here.
A striker. So I'd say more of the same from what we're doing. Keep carrying on, lads.
Come on, lads, get a tackle in.
Oh, shit.
Mark, you're slightly ahead, so do you want to tell us what's going on? You and Daz with your head in your hands.
Jolinton breaks through the centre, plays a ball through their defence to Fraser. Fraser shoots to Hayes, saves. But then Man United break. Rashford gets the ball just on the halfway line, just keeps running. No tackle. Gets the shot away, but off the back of a defender. But that's a penalty. That's a penalty. That's a penalty from Fernandes. Fraser gets taken out by Fernandes in the box, not even looked at. But I mean, hardly surprising. Your man that was the linesman at Liverpool is on VAR tonight, so we know we're not going to get nothing off VAR anyway. But yeah, no, Man United
it's
on
a
the ball.
Great save by Tegay, though.
It was a great save, Daz, to be fair. Yeah, it was a very good save.
Well done, Joe Linton.
Well done.
Joe Linton again. Lad. Well done.
Hell, man.
He is so
man of the match again, isn't he?
That's a foul. Go on, Joe Linton.
Yeah, he is.
Lads, do you think that Joe Linton's turned that play that we've looked for a while, that box-to-box midfielder that's all over the place? I can see Pete nodding his head straight away. So do you think that's his sort of ideal position, Pete?
Oh, it is. Yeah.
It tells you everything that, you know, he's effectively, since Howe's come into the club, he's basically made him a centre midfielder. because what he's done, he's looked at his raw attributes and said, look, you're not a striker. I'm going to play you in here. This is what I want you to do. And you can tell he's being coached. You look at the way Joe Linton's playing. His remit is very, very simple. Hold up the play, ruffle feathers, and link the attack. And he's doing those. He's doing that job. He's been told those simple instructions, and it just goes to show what a little bit of coaching can do to a player. I mean, Joe Linton's been the best player on the pitch, like on both teams. There's no doubt about it. That's how good he is. Oh, great!
Oh, nobody there, gamble, man. Get it over.
So, lads, would you all be happy with Joe Linton playing
shot by ASM and the follow-up Fraser should have been there.
Yeah.
So, lads, just going back to Joe Linton, would you be happy for him to continue playing the way he is, box-to-box minutes, and not scoring the goals he was bought for? Yes. Or would you be happy with him doing exactly as he is now and, contributing all over the park, winning the ball, setting people up?
No, as he is now, I think I agree with Pete.
Most definitely, Richie.
He's just dropping into that central midfield. He's kind of not to liken him to anybody because he's obviously not at that level, but like it's very, very much kind of Vieira-esque, kind of the way he's hustling and bustling and power in the midfield.
He's doing it again.
Class.
Fucking hell. That was shocking from Jacob Murphy.
Yeah.
What type of a layoff is that?
Cross it in.
Oh, ASM. Gamble, man.
That's just gone past the post.
That's whizzed, yeah.
That's just gone past the post. That
it has, yeah.
I think it might have gone.
Oh, that is so close.
Did it get a deflection?
It doesn't. I don't think so. I can't.
So. No, it's no corner anyway. No, I don't think so.
Yeah, you'd still be asking.
Future, it's no
you'd still be asking why Maxi's not raring it to get that back post for a tap in. You should be going all out into it.
What's the got there?
Just as we're coming now, lads. There's the 67th minute's coming up, and obviously there's a few claps going on the ground. So we will start.
Hey, that's a fucking...
Come on, Maguire, foul. It's a yellow.
Maguire.
Yeah, he's getting the yellow. He's getting it.
He's clean.
67 minute, Richie.
Yeah. So lads, it's coming up to the 67th minute, so I'll just be putting a picture up of Bob Swinny. And as I said, we'll give a round of applause for Bob in the 67th minute. It looks like some fans are doing it in the ground there as well, so we'll show our respect for Bob as well for this 67th minute.
Well done, lads.
Well done.
Well done, lads, and thanks for that. Hopefully, there might be some family friends or anything watching that, showing us our respect.
Fraser gets worked out there by Fernandez. Is that Fernandez, Pete, that takes him out there, was it?
I think it was, Mark, by the looks of it.
It was Tellez.
Tellez, was it? Sorry,
Alex Tellez. Well, Fernandez was on the yellow card, so it was him as well. But it was Tellez that went in with his elbow.
Fraser's having a good game, to be fair.
Again, playing very well.
Come on, lads. It'd be great now. I'd love J7 to get a goal. That'd be class.
I think that would just round off the game, wouldn't it? He's had another fantastic performance. He deserves a goal, doesn't he? So,
yeah, definitely.
Don't do nothing stupid.
Crap. That was shite. He moved himself out the way. He didn't even.
Go on. I love the fact that Joe Linton gets so angry.
That isn't a yellow card.
No, it's not.
That isn't a yellow card for Joe Linton. That's bullshit.
No,
he moved out the way. The players falling
if that's
into
a
it.
yellow, that makes Ronaldo's a red.
Yeah, it does. To be fair, look, if you look at Joe Linton, it looked like he pulled out of the challenge anyway.
Yeah, he did. Unbelievable.
Paulson shite.
Loves a card, this ref, though, doesn't he? Loves a card.
He does, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's one thing with Wilson going off. He was on the 4 yellow cards, so he was a chance to, he was walking a tightrope all of December, and luckily he hasn't picked up that 5th one. So as long as obviously his injury's not too serious, luckily those 4 yellow cards will be wiped out at the end of the month. So.
Again.
No!
Fucking again! What did it say?
Fucking hell, man.
Why is nobody marking him? Fucking Jesus Christ, man!
He got 2 shots there as well.
Shit.
Second bite at it.
Same shit. We said before, wide open in the box. Somebody mark him. Don't leave him open. Watch.
Yeah, he was free. Exactly what?
Lascelles again. Yeah.
Too much time.
And a second time. Fucking useless.
Yeah, he's left his man.
That's
Like
twice.
nobody marking him. Look, completely free. And then
I still don't know how he's got the ball through.
Lascelles' legs as well.
And he missed it, and it still went in.
We didn't deserve that. We didn't deserve that at all.
Go on, ASM.
Second here.
It's a miss hit as well for the second one as well.
Oh shit!
You need to get that up into the top corner there. That needed to be up a height, not down low.
But at least we're fucking going for it now again.
I think this is where we just got to hold. We said I mentioned at the start of the second half when ASM missed that sitter. We hoped it wasn't going to come back to bite us in the arse. Hopefully it still doesn't, but it just goes to prove when you have a clinical number 9 up front, that second one at the start of the second half, it'll be possibly taught a different game now. So, lads, any of you think there are any changes now that they've Man United have leveled up?
It's just poor. It was poor.
I think we need to see how this next 5 minutes plays out. I think we need to just hold our position right now and just see how the game's playing out. We need to keep pushing, because at this stage now it's going to be in the players' minds this old mentality of, we need to hold what we have right now, and we can't have that mentality. We're not in a position to do it. So we need to see this next 5 minutes out, see what it's saying. Are Man United going to push on? Is it going to allow space in behind to exploit? You guys already mentioned it, that there's the opportunity of potentially bringing on Miggy. My question is who do you bring him on for? Because the only one I bring him on for is Jacob Murphy, and he's just come on as a sub. Jacob Murphy's been dreadful since he come on the pitch. It's going to be an interesting one, a real interesting one. But we didn't deserve that. We did not deserve.
Do you know what? I think we've still got enough to beat these people. If we keep playing the way we're playing, there's a chance going to come. But that's the difference in a top quality, proven striker, as you said, age 34, 35, whatever he is, just clinical. But again, we're the creators of our own doom, because we already got the warning sign before, which was when he got a shot off in the box and he's completely unmarked. Yeah. So we don't pick him up a second time and he gets a shot away and then he gets a rebound. So why is there not a lad in a black and white shirt there busting a gut to get in front of that ball? It's just poor defending. Chris
from Loaded just saying that it felt it was so unjust that
the 2-1 is still on. That's
need to keep getting in behind the lads. Nothing less than 3 points deserved tonight, and need to keep going at them as well to get the 3 points. Chris also agreeing with what Martin was saying as well. Cavani's world class, as the commentator said, his position is second to none.
For Fraser
for our main one.
Yeah, that's a fair enough swap. I think Fraser's been really good, to be fair.
Yeah, they've targeted him a little bit in the second half as well, though, haven't they? Because
I was going to say he's not really been at it there after he got the 2 knocks, one across the head, and then obviously wiped out earlier on from Ronaldo.
Yeah, he was holding his head as he came off a little bit. So I wonder if he's hopefully It's nothing serious. There's no concussion or anything. But yeah, you're right. He definitely wasn't the same after he took those couple of little knocks. But I think it just goes to show that Man United were concerned about him. He was obviously doing a little bit of damage to them down that flank. So hopefully, looks like Almiron's staying on the right to start.
Oh,
with.
Jesus.
Fucking
again,
Lascelles.
Lascelles again.
Well, Dubravka should have come and got it.
Yeah, he should have taken it out. Cleared it.
Dubravka was there to collect that ball. He should have come and got it. Again.
He must have put a name to it because Lascelles just stopped.
Dubravka comes out and collects that. It's as simple as that.
Fucking hell.
I should have.
Look at the space that Cavani's got in behind him again, though. Where's Mankiel? Mankiel should be like looking at that gap and getting straight back to him, or telling Lascelles that he's over his shoulder. He's just got far too much time. And as Chris said already before, Cavani's positioning since he's come on, it's caused a lot of problems to our defence.
Great stat from Sky there. We've conceded the most goals in the final 15 minutes this season. Thanks for that, Sky.
Thanks, Sky.
Yeah, thanks, Sky.
It's gonna help.
Well, I just hope that it goes back to the stat they put up in the first half when Newcastle took the lead. That they've only won one game out of nearly 5 for the amount of games that they've actually had when they've conceded first. So hopefully, I'll go along with that stat more when it comes to 90 minutes. But no, it's still there to be there for the lads. Hopefully, we can see if we can muster up another goal from somewhere.
I think Longstaff's been pretty poor this second half, lads.
He has.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to have been at it. The problem is, though, who do you bring on? I know we've got Hendrick on there, and there's probably Anderson, but who do you bring on if he's if Longstaff's now struggling?
Well done, well done.
Well, good. I don't know, Rich, who you bring on there.
Great ball. Longstaff, keep him on. Last player.
Right. Fucking run it in now. Fucking run it in. Commit him.
Exactly.
Commit him.
Take him.
Mikey on.
Well done.
Cross.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, well done, well done. Get in there, get in.
Well done, Miggy.
Well done.
I was paying my bill. I was paying
Someone's
my
gone
bill
down
2 minutes ago. I thought from your commentary that Cavani had scored again. So I was relieved to come back to my laptop and see that it's 1-0.
Just fucking get it up.
Down as well.
Matic.
And to be fair, I can understand that substitution because I think Man United are Newcastle are kind of bossing the midfield for me at the moment, which is a good thing to say.
This Matic coming on for McTominay, is it by the looks of it, lads?
It is, yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Lads, what do you think of what Chris had to say here? Chris H has said, boys, I think the Murphy sub was the wrong one. Why not give Gale or Anderson a run out? Just run at the back line. It's shaky as fuck. Would anyone agree with that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Murphy's been shit. He's been shit.
Rich, yeah. White, Gale would have scored that chance ASM had, I think.
Yeah. 10.
Do you still not think that Murphy's playing on the wrong flank? He should be on the right rather than the left.
No.
It's gone out.
Yeah, I'll make it right now. Definitely.
Oh,
can you there?
But to be fair, he's never really played on the left, has he? So
would you push ASM back a little bit and bring Anderson on? Bring Anderson on maybe for, I don't know, who would you bring on?
Anderson's more of a number 10 anyway, so you could just bring him and slot him straight in there. But how many subs we made now? 2?
We've got one. We've got one left.
One left.
We've made 2, yeah.
You stick Gale on for 10 minutes and try and hope you get a chance and convert it.
And you don't even want that. Get in there. Well done, Joe. Fuck you.
But nobody winning second ball.
Yeah.
Do you think we're starting to run out of legs a little bit, lads? Or
yeah.
Oh
shit.
I do. I am anyway.
Yeah, we're
In the
retiring now
midfield,
for
boys,
sure.
I would.
Yeah,
I
they're
don't
picking
know
up more ball.
what options have we got in midfield, because I think Longstaff looks tired. I think Shelvey is being exposed because Longstaff's pressing forward, but they're not getting back. So then Shelvey's having to manage two midfielders running at him.
Yeah.
The only midfield options we've got on the bench, Pete, are Hendrick and Anderson.
Bring Anderson on.
Well, I mean, I'll
At
be
least
honest.
give him some legs.
I'll be honest. I'd probably bring on Hendrick, if I'm honest with you.
The big call, though.
Just to solidify that midfield, just because Anderson is an attacking substitution, which is fine, but I wouldn't take off any of our more attacking players on the pitch. I just wouldn't, because they're, Joe Linton is playing really well. Alan St-Maximin is playing as the frontline striker, and he's still got it in him to win the game. I don't know. Can he play in centre midfield? I'm not too sure. But
Who, Anderson?
Yeah, well, yeah, as a central midfield.
He's played in the middle a few times this season.
Lucky.
He's played a few games for the 23s in centre midfield, Pete.
Okay, go on. Oh, fucking hell.
ASM has pulled up.
Yeah, and he's got the hand up in the air. Anderson, here's a goal. Come on, fuck's sake. Get in, lads, get in.
Oh, no. Well done. Thank you.
Outside.
ASM's fucked.
Has he pulled something, or has he had a knock on his knee or something?
No, I think his bandages out of place. We'll see here.
Is it the same bandage that slipped at Anfield, is it?
Oh, he pulls up with the knee.
I
bring Anderson on now if he goes off.
I think it's a bang to the knee. I don't think it's a pull. I think he takes a bang on the knee. If you look at the way he controls the ball as the ball comes into it, it looks like Varane kind of clatters into his knee.
Yeah, a knee to knee.
It's not. It's half muscle.
Fucking hell.
I take 1-1 now, definitely.
He's holding his calf, Maxi. He's pointing to the doctor. He said he was pointing to his calf there. So.
It's so much.
What we really need now, lads. What we really need now is for that Everton game to be called off.
ASM's done. Yeah, he doesn't look happy at all, boys.
No. Well, all we can say, lads, is hopefully it's nothing serious, because we've always said we missed Wilson and Maxi at the start of the season in the games we needed the most. Let's hope we're not going to be missing them in the games we need the most in January as well.
Mm-hmm. Was Everton's game called off the last day?
Gale on.
Yeah, they were due to play at Burnley on Bok yesterday, and it was called off. I don't know whether it was due to cases in the Everton camp or whether it was the case in the Burnley camp.
We
but
need
Gale
that
coming on also.
Maxi will be all right for next week. He's always like that.
It's midweek. It's like in
it's Thursday.
Grand.
3 days time. 2 days time. Here's Shearer.
Yeah, Thursday. Thursday's next game at away at Everton. Obviously, schedule permitting and stuff like that. We'll see what happens.
I feel a winner coming here.
Oh, Big Joe.
Go on, Miggs. Give it to him.
He fucking wanted the ball. Miggy
he points where he wants it. Give it to him.
Oh.
You could have dropped that there to here, like you have every other ball. Let's hope those injuries are not too much, boys, because that's Wilson and ASM both out.
Yeah, that's what I've just said before a couple of minutes ago. We missed them in games we needed them earlier in the season, and typical we've had them fit for the games that like the harder fixtures and the games now we've got realistic chances of being competitive in.
Wilson could be okay though, Richie. You know, he went off.
Well done again, Joe Linton.
Give it to him.
He's
to be fair, it's a bit like the same with the ASM though, isn't it? We thought he had he was going to be missing after the Liverpool game, and he was back on the bench the game after, and hopefully it's something similar, but we'll have to wait and see. I think you start thinking, is the Everton game going to come too early? It would have been Thursday, another quick turnaround.
Give it to him.
Shark.
Oh man.
Lucky.
Yeah, but Evan, I'm not overly worried about Evan. I think we'll beat them. The fat Spanish waiter will give us a few points down there.
Who's going to score for us?
Anderson.
They've got Everton have got players out as well. They've already had one of their games called
They're struggling.
Richarlison's injured. Calvert-Lewin's apparently being forced to come back early because they've got hardly any players available. But he's not 100%. They've lost a number of players in their team. So,
how can those possession stats there just be right that Sky put up there? Man United 71%, us 29%. That doesn't seem.
No, I don't think it seems right either.
That doesn't seem reflective to what I'm watching.
Well done, Miggy. Great work.
Need a goal for him. That'll be good.
Yeah, that'd be brilliant.
Oh,
come on. Go on.
Keep the ball on, man. Fucking wrong.
What's the time on your tally?
86 minutes.
86, right.
That's what we're getting towards the end of the game now. Currently 1-1. Do you see a winner in it for either team, or or if it stays at 1-1, would you be happy with the point?
I think we should.
Happy with the point now.
I am. I'm worried big time.
Cavani, look. He's just drifting in behind.
Oh, no.
Nobody even looking at him.
Go on, Joe Linton. Get in the way.
Come on, Gale. Go on, Murphy. Now, now's your chance. Run at him. Just run with the ball.
Exactly.
No, Gale's not fast enough.
Shelby.
Go on, Murphy. You're in. On your right foot. What is that? Shoot.
Fuck me.
Pass it.
Oh, the post. Oh,
no. Mickey nearly scored, lads. The game, brilliant save.
Oh,
brilliant save by the game.
That should have been in.
Oh, it's a hell of it.
What a save.
That was class from Miggy.
You got to look at Fraser with the first shot that hit the post, came out.
Oh, what a save from the
corner for us, though.
Yeah, it is a corner for us, but unlucky the first effort from Fraser hitting the post. Come and hang out with Miggy. What does Miggy got to do for a goal? Do you know, it's a fantastic effort.
Off the fingertips, man. Fuck off.
Fuck's sake.
Jammy bastard. Oh. How well, lads. Winner. Come on. Heads up, J7. Yeah.
Goal kick.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That's some save, to be fair. Look at that. That's going in. Oh, man. Fuck off.
It's a fantastic save. You've got to, that's what you do when you get international goalkeepers in the opposition goal, isn't it? And
great save.
I think you could have, you move it half a yard to the left and it's in the top corner. It's still a fantastic save, though.
Yeah, world class.
Do you think
he's been man of the match for them?
Do you think he's like
on their side?
Go on, this side!
Go on.
Hit him. Mickey, go on, Mickey.
Does anyone think that De Gea's like an upmarket Dubravka? He's got a mistake in him, but can also bring out the unstoppable save now and then?
Sorry, Rich, I didn't even know what you said.
Yeah, I was just saying, does anyone else think that De Gea's like an upmarket Dubravka? He's got a mistake in him, but also is capable of actual worldly save as well.
on.
I think he's a very good keeper.
I mean, it's a class save, but he's prone to his moments as well, Richie. But I tell you one thing: if Longstaff does want to grow a moustache, he can look at the hair for a bit of experience there. But listen, that was class. I mean, look, how unlucky did you get? Two class saves and a fucking hit the post. Do you know what I mean? Like on another day, they go through. If that's a different keeper, you know.
Yeah, like Joe Linton getting named man of the match by Sky as well. So I think that's it's good to see that they haven't gone with the Man United posse in the studio and backed one of their own. It's nice to see that they've acknowledged Joe Linton being man of the match there.
Go on, get your foot under it. Get your foot under it. Like Longstaff, man, what are you doing?
Longstaff, what are you
doing,
man?
Just foot on it.
Ball. Just fucking attack the ball, Longstaff. 6 minutes.
6 minutes, man. Fergie fucking time. Yeah. 6 minutes. Where's that come from?
I was just about to say, I thought might have got about 4 because of this issue with Fraser, but I can't see where they've got 6 from.
We can win this.
Go on, Longstaff. Send Miggy.
Send Miggy, look.
Go on, send it
inside.
Out wide.
Who's this down now?
Oh. Handball. Surely.
It's like wave on. Check it. We'll see here.
It's his hand.
It's handball.
It's handball. He's in the area.
Surely VAR's got to go back here. He's outside the box, though. He's outside the box. That's the only thing.
Was he outside the box when it hit him though, or was he inside the box?
No, he was outside. He's literally on the line, Rich. Not even checked. Not even fucking looked at.
They won't because it's not a penalty decision.
If it's outside the box, it won't get looked at, Mart. If it's inside the box, it would have.
So you can handball it outside the box. That's fine, yeah.
Well, no, it's obviously they'll just go with the referee's decision, unfortunately. So if that had been given as a handball originally in a free kick, it obviously it just goes with the referee's decision. If he'd been in the box, then VAR would have looked at it. Oh, Shah down now as well. Is he holding his hamstring, is he? Yeah.
4 minutes.
Oh, up against Rashford. Fucking hell. Well done.
Feels sick.
Go on, Mig. Yeah, kind of. Well done, Miggy. That'll do. Hold him up.
Good headed by Shah. Mind he's carrying a knock there.
We need Gale just on the end of a chance. Just one little.
Come on, Gale. Fucking hell. Press high. He's just jogging around the pitch. What's the point of him coming on? Come on, he should be pressing that ball.
He won't press. He never does.
Running Dubs.
Get up.
Oh, no.
Oh, I've fucking dropped it. Clear it.
Fucking hell, man. Go on, J7 again, lad. You fucking ugly bastard. Go on. Fuck you.
No, it's okay.
Go on.
Go on. Go on, Gale.
Go on, Gale. You don't want that. Come on. Get up the fucking pitch, man. Come on.
I'm not being clear, obviously. I know I'm about 10 seconds behind you, but the passion from Joe Linton to get back for that header.
Yeah. He's been another level tonight for me.
Yeah, I completely agree.
He's been getting better every week, but tonight has been the best game Joe Linton has played in a black and white shirt by a country mile. He's been outstanding tonight for me.
Yeah, apparently BBC are saying the same regards to Joe Linton as well, being man of the match.
Yeah.
We say that every week.
Get out.
I know, yeah. Joe Linton's class. Man of the match every week. Don't dick around now.
Oh, you
fucking knobhead.
Strange.
Well done, Manquillo. A fucking messer.
Manquillo with the yellow card.
I don't understand why.
Why do we not just hoof fucking that ball away? What are we doing, man? Oh. Don't go and fuck this up now, lads.
Oh, Jesus.
Well done, Joe Linton.
Come on, Gale.
Oh no, look
Fucking
at
hell,
Gale, man. He's like
Look like you fucking won it,
fucking
man.
can't even run, you lazy shite.
No.
Oh, fucking hell, man.
He's running like he's got bloody lead boots.
Oh, he's offside. He's offside.
They have a-
He's offside. Thank fuck for that.
They have a
Yeah.
free.
Oh my god, thank fuck for that.
No, offside.
Well
Offside.
done, linesman.
He's
Offside.
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 Fucking hell.
Exactly. Ronaldo there in that position. No way.
The two of them
Two
offside.
of them are offside. Ronaldo's even further offside.
1 minute left.
1 minute.
Seriously.
Yeah, there's a line in the
Longest
offside, isn't there?
minute of your life.
2.5 minutes for me.
I tell you what, if we play like this for the rest of the
No, we have
games
the ball.
we've got, we stay up.
100% not. 100% agree with you, mate.
We need
This
to
is
put
the-
in
this is-
performances like this against the teams that aren't Man United, and you beat them.
Our home games, and we don't normally say this in relegation fights, our home games are going to define whether we stay in this league.
With
or not.
reinforcements,
Because
yeah.
with this atmosphere
Yeah.
and with this intensity, there are so many teams in the league that come to St James's Park that are not going to be able to handle it.
Yes. Take that 1-1.
All
That's
over.
a fucking
All
gutsy
over, lads.
performance.
1-1.
1-1.
Yeah.
Should have beat them. Should
Yep.
have beaten them.
Take that.
Joe
So
Linton.
Eddie Howe gets another point at St James's
Absolute
Park with
warrior.
a fantastic 1-1 draw against Man United.
Hang on.
Joe Linton-
Oh, Stewart, you naughty man. There's a young one run onto the pitch there, and the stewards just launched him.
I saw that. What happened with it? Did he get hold of the kid? Did he?
Yeah, he got hold of the kid. I tell
We
you
should have
what,
won that fucking game.
other we should have, Pete. Other than the lapse to allow Cavani the room, Man United were doing nothing in that game. Nothing.
No, I do think that we were the team that deserved the 3 points.
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, you look at De Gea there and just be on the TV. Fantastic save right at the death there to keep Almiron out as well.
And off the post from Murphy as well, Rich.
Yeah, just before that as well. And obviously there was the other issue, the good save off ASM just after, when obviously ASM should have buried that realistically. Murphy missed the one that went just to the side of the post a bit further on the second half as well. So it's one of those ones where you feel disappointed that you didn't get the 3 points. But if we said at the start of the game, would have got a point from it? Would you have been happy with it? So for me, I think that the positive you take from it, it's definitely something to build on. For it's good to see all the fans there staying there at the end there, just to Eddie Howe and the team giving them all a round of applause for the support again. And I think this was one of the good things that I've seen since Eddie Howe's come in. The team goes out and cheer on all of the fans after every single game, home and away, whether they win, lose, or draw. They know that the fans are behind them. I think it's also a good sign for us going to the transfer window. I don't know if anybody else thinks that people might see us in the bottom three, but if we can play against Man United like this, if we get some additions in, where could that take us? Should we really be where we are, sort of thing? So, Daz, what's your thoughts on that, on the performance, and what happens for the next few days?
No.
Anything, Daz, or not?
Yeah, on the performance, I thought we were the better team. We were lucky not to win.
Is that for me?
The Gay kept them in it. Can you hear me, Rich?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
J7 is ripped, doesn't he?
Yeah, we can.
Can you hear me, Richie?
Yes. Thumbs up.
Hello.
Thumbs
Yeah,
up.
we can hear you.
Oh, yeah, okay. No, I was just saying that Okay, there's obviously a massive delay in my
Thinking.
Do you want to see about
I'm
reconnecting,
saying
Daz,
that,
or what?
yeah, there was a massive. It's a good result for us. We were the better team. We should have really won the game. De Gea put in a great performance. And okay, I'll come out again.
Mark, go on, we'll go to you. Same thing for you, mate.
Yeah, look, I think David's right. When we have taken the point pre-game, yeah, absolutely. I think Yano makes a really good point there. It's a point, probably 2 points dropped. I thought we were by far the better team. Look, again, a defensive lapse gives them their goal for Cavani. Guy's a predator. He's going to score goals if you give him room like that. So look, that's on us again to tighten up, and work on those defensive signings. I think for January. I think Pete makes a good point. I think it's in the chat as well. People are making the point. Chris Hall's made the point. 2, 3, 4 good signings defensively. This team stays up. We are better than this league position shows. But from January on, with some good signings, again, to quote Pete, those home games, we need to be winning our home games to stay up this season. But if we play like that, I think we can do. Absolutely can do. Listen, hit the post. 2 world-class saves from De Gea. We played great tonight. Let's not say we didn't. We played very, very well. Crossed the pitch. But for me, and I know we'll get to man of the match for me, Joe Linton. I thought he was everywhere. Every blade of grass. 1 headers, 1 ball, took shots, played passes, rankled their guys, boss midfield. I thought he was awesome tonight. So yeah, good game. Disappointing, but let's hope that the injuries, obviously Shaw pulling up towards the end, and then ASM and Wilson, let's hope it's not too bad, because we do need those guys. We need those guys for the rest of the season. So yeah, I'm hoping it's not going to be too bad and costly. But yeah, great game. Well played, lads.
Yeah, just another shout out to CFC Florida. He's appreciated the effort on the pitch, but also by the lads in the studio tonight. Once again, much appreciated, CFC Florida. Love having you a part of the channel and supporting the shows that we put out there. Much appreciated. Pete, what's your thought?
Sorry,
Pete, sorry, go on, Dave. Sorry.
I'm saying, beg your pardon. I've just had the text. I'm going to have to go and pick my daughter up, like I mentioned.
No, that's absolutely fine, David. Thanks for joining us, mate.
Thanks for coming on, Dave. Always a pleasure, mate.
Thanks very much for allowing us on. That was a great experience. And keep up the good work, fellas.
No, but cheers, mate. We'll see you soon, mate.
Cheers, thanks again.
Cheers, pal. Take it easy.
Bye.
So, Pete, to you, what did you make of that then? Is Pete there, or is he frozen time?
No, I think he's frozen time. Let's go to Chris then.
Yeah, Chris, go on, we'll go to you then, mate, while Pete sorted his internet out.
All right, back. Dad's back. Yeah, so I mean, it was a solid effort by the lads. It was kind of gutting. It does feel kind of like 2 points dropped rather than 1 point gained. But we'll take a point against Man United. A point at home is a solid performance. Joe Linton is a absolute beast out there on the pitch, all over the pitch, and it's just a real joy to watch his renaissance at Newcastle after 2 years of not showing up, even if he was making the effort behind the scenes. So definitely Joe Linton, J7, man of the match for me. We'll see whether the Everton game goes forward or whether it's postponed. But reinforcements definitely to come. We definitely need to improve our back line, and hopefully we get Trippier and some other solid defenders back there in the back line, and press on in January and beyond, lads. If we like you said, if we play like this every match, we'll stay up. So let's hope we can put in the effort like we did tonight.
Daz, since it looks like your internet's sorted out now, what was your thoughts on that, mate?
Yeah, sorry about that, Rich. I don't know
All right.
how long that delay was in place for, but yeah, no, my thoughts on the match were that I thought we were the better team. That I thought De Gea kept them in the game. He made some brilliant saves. He was their man of the match. Our man of the match was most definitely Joe Linton. He's all over the place, everywhere you looked. Future World Cup winner that we were watching there for Brazil. So keep an eye on that one. But no. No, look. If we the start of the match, we would have taken a draw as well. I said it would be a miracle if we bet them, but no, we should have won. We should have won that game. But no, we'll take the draw. It's a point. If the only worrying thing is, I'm sure the lads have mentioned, is the injuries to Wilson and the ASM, and just to see what's wrong with Shar now as well. But yeah, hopefully they're minor, and hopefully there's deals lined up that they're ready to go. Now those deals it's no good for the game against Everton, and as Chris mentioned there as well, and I had mentioned earlier. I don't know if anyone heard me, but let's hope that Everton game gets called off and gives us a bit of time to recoup and to bring in some signings. So, but overall, happy with the performance for definite. So good day out.
Yeah, I think that one thing is, like obviously we've played the majority of the games when a lot have had called off. I think if we have one game called off, it doesn't really give us a fixture backlog. I think one thing I wanted to bring up just before I moved to Pete for his little round, it was the one good thing of getting a positive result today is next time we all go for a round of fixtures, if results go our way and we win, we will actually move out of the bottom three because we are now only 2 points behind in Watford, who are in 17th. So, if results go our way and we do get a win, we will actually move out. So that even on paper for the transfer window, that will help attract players. Performances like tonight and seeing stuff like that. We're one game and we're out of the bottom three now. So that's another positive to take from that. Pete, what's your thoughts on tonight?
Fantastic performance from the lads. If you ever wanted any confidence on whether we've got the fight in us to stay in this league, that's the performance that shows you that. The grit, the determination, we haven't had that for years in our performances, even in games that we've won under our previous manager. That's a different style, a different way of playing, and a way of playing that entertains us. And I think with an improvement of players in certain positions, I think we'll go on and really beat some teams in the second half of the season. I'm worried about the injuries to ASM and Wilson. I'm hoping that Eddie Howe's going to give us some good news on that. But I think I agree with Daz. Even though I've got a ticket for the game on Thursday for Everton, I'd be happy with it not going ahead. You can't go into a game like that, a game that we really could genuinely win, without your two best players. You just can't do it, even with Everton having players missed. But a really, really good performance, a performance that gives me a lot of confidence. And as well, and it's not really been talked about enough, that's the kind of performance that potential players are going to be watching. We're the only game in Europe that's on tonight. And everyone's going to be watching that game, and they're all going to be looking at Newcastle and thinking, maybe there's something to work with there. Maybe going to them and improving their defence, we could really cause some problems and stay up and go beyond. So that for me is another hope there that from that performance.
I know that's just touched because I've got the stats on the screen in front of us. We had 13 attempts on and 8 of them on target. We had double the amount on target compared to what Man United had, and we had the same amount of touches in the opposition box. As we said in the chat previously, Pete, that doesn't go to show that that's a team in the bottom three sort of stats compared to the opposition we're playing, Man United, who are in the top 6.
No, you're right. And it's not a team that you would expect to be producing those stats. If it was flipped the other way around and the opposition had those stats, I don't think you would argue with the type of talent that they've got in their team. But we made them look average tonight. I think Alan Shearer tweeted out and said, against they will play really, really well against an average Man United team, but we made them play average tonight. We pressed them high. We stopped them playing. And even at 1-1, and this was the thing that we talked about during the game, is that at 1-1, are we just going to sit back and just hope that we see out a game? And that's a Bruce mentality. We didn't have that tonight. We continued to attack them. We had 2 or 3 other really good chances to win the game on the back of that. So we didn't give up. We kept attacking, and that is the Eddie Howe mentality. And I think that mentality is going to see us come good by the time May comes around.
Yeah, I completely agree. Just the interview going on at the moment with man of the match, Joe Linton and Sean Longstaff. Obviously, I can't hear what's getting said, but for me, Joe Linton, man of the match, I think everyone said that tonight, and he thoroughly deserves that. Gary Milliken in the chat saying that has to be the benchmark for the rest of our season performances. Absolutely. Like that.
Absolutely. Exactly. I think the thing is, and I just to come off the back of your point, Pete, talking about a very ordinary Man United team, we made Ralph Rangnick make a change and put Sancho and Cavani on when he had a front line of Rashford, Greenwood, and Ronaldo. So I think that we got to take a bit of consideration and go that we put Man United in a spot where they had to make more changes than we did dynamically to try and get something out of that game, and Cavani had to come from the bench. And if we'd have defended, a half a yard closer to him, we probably would have won that game 1-0. And another night, De Gea doesn't get near Miggy's shot, that goes in, and the shot that hits the post goes in. So sometimes it's a little turn of luck. But I thought, absolutely, as Gary said, like that benchmark there tonight, that effort, that work rate, that team spirit, that togetherness, that fight has to be like that for the rest of the season. We do that. We beat teams. We stay up. Some good reinforcements from our owners in the January window. We start to fly up that league. And again, okay, teams above us, Burnley, you've got games in hand. But that doesn't mean they win them. You can have as many games as you want, but you got to win them. So yeah. I'm not overly worried about that.
I think a lot of the things I've noticed actually from some of the games that have been abandoned, a lot of them are still against difficult opposition. So yes, they might have games in hand, but it's games that against. I think Burnley have got possibly the easiest. But Leeds have had a few called off, and they've been against big opposition that you wouldn't like to get them things off. Norwich have got a few in hand, and they're against people who you can't see them getting much off. So, as you've just said there, Mark, it doesn't really make a difference. If you've got them, it's always say it's best to have points on the board, especially with some of the what they've been called off. But nice to know that Chris was obviously watching from his loo tonight, and said that we've done a fantastic job doing Match Day Live tonight. What Chris doesn't know is he's got the short straw. The next time we do Match Day Live, he's doing it on his Todd.
Richie, can I just say something? Can we all, since it's Christmas, we'll all light a candle for ASM, Wilson, and Chris Hall to make it through for Everton game.
Yeah, that's fingers crossed for that. I think that's the perfect time to round off the show. We've been going for quite a while now. I'd like to say thank you very much to all the people who've stayed with us for the whole of the match. I'd also like to say thank Chris for joining us all the way with that fantastic view of the Acropolis behind him in Greece.
Turn that green screen off now.
Yeah,
mission.
We'll find out that he was sitting on the toilet like Chris all along, but he actually decided to join us. And also to my loaded brothers, Martin, Pete, and Daz. Thank you very much for joining us all. We all hope you enjoyed the coverage from the lads. And
I was just going to say, Richie, sorry, just if people are watching, like there's 70-odd people there now, we've kind of held that traction right throughout the game, which is great for us. If you are watching, drop a DM to the lads or drop a tweet later on. If there's other games coming up and we can cover them, do you want to see us cover another one? Is it something you want to see on the channel? First one we've done, it is something we've been thinking about. But obviously first one tonight. But if it is something you'd like to see, drop it in the comments or drop either me or any of the loaded lads a DM or a tweet, and we'll see if and when there's more games on. We'll see can we put a few more on over the rest of the season. I'm sure we'll be on the TV at some point, away games or whatever. So yeah, if you want to see any more, get in touch with us.
Definitely. And I think that's a fitting end. We will be bringing you a few more shows this week. We still haven't finalised exact times to them going out, so pay attention to Twitter from tomorrow. I imagine you'll see them drop on there at some point tomorrow. But we have got a few of the shows lined up this week. So, as I mentioned before, thank you very much for everyone for joining us and sticking with us. We hope you all enjoyed the show and the match at the same time and had our alternative commentary, even if it's been staggered within certain people having delays or whatever. We hope that hasn't bothered you and you've just enjoyed the crack off the lads, or internet being bad again like Daz has been suffering for the last week. But as I said, thanks Martin, Pete, Daz and Chris, and also David, who's had to drop off to go pick his daughter up. But hope you all enjoyed that, and we'll see you all soon. Good night.
Good night, everyone. Enjoy the rest of Christmas.